Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next session of the Lodge at Endsmeet. We had a really intense session last round. Let's go ahead and get a player's recap for a point of inspiration. Emily, are you volunteering?
Sure.
Calling on you now.
Well,
I didn't
you're,
even have
you're
to bully
doing the
her
finger
into it this
guns.
time.
I got this.
Yeah.
I did so much research.
Preemptive volunteer finger guns.
Me touch.
Is there a
Uh,
reason I'm not at full health? Did I get hit?
I don't know.
Emotional damage.
oh yeah, you got
Oh,
psychic
yeah,
damage.
you got the psychic damage from
Oh,
Talow's
that's right.
shenanigans.
You got
Dickhead.
psychic damage
Yeah.
from Tallow. Yeah. So Claudia woke up in the vial and felt like shit. And Tallow kind of was like, ooh, I wonder what kind of thing that what kind of person they're gonna give me for this deal that we made. And basically just kind of continued in this fashion. And then the camera panned to Seeker, who was getting out of the Temple of Melisandre and felt annoyed. And in game time, it had only been 12 hours, 24 hours tops.
Not even a full day.
Not even a full day. And so he kind of was going back toward the whiskey dip and ran into Katja. And Katja was like, yo, your friend, that black-haired friend you had, is dead. And your friends are dealing with it. And he's like, fuck. So they kind of went to find the rest of the party, who were in the midst of kind of selling stuff so we could get the money that we needed for this diamond that we were going to use for the Raise Dead spell. While that was happening, Tess, who was kind of in this manic state about Claudia's soul, went to the Temple of Tysis, which is in kind of the Mooncrest district, near the slums. She went there. She managed to get really high on her perception check, so she didn't, nothing got stolen from her the first time. She talked to Tysis and basically discovered that, in fact, they really do need to get her out of there, because if her soul gets all the way eaten, even Tysis won't be able to find her. And so this kind of but she also did learn that the soul can heal with time, which was comforting. The other big piece of information she found was that Tysis kind of offhandedly told her that her dad's soul is in a, I guess, a soul stone that is, it's being bartered over perhaps by some kind of fiend. So that's information that she has and has filed away, but kind of camped down to go to the next task. Seeker, meanwhile, kind of hooked back up with the group and chided them a little bit from what the fuck happened? I was not gone for very long. And he decided to kind of stick around and babysit us, which everyone kind of grumbled about, but also, we don't agree with this characterization, but also, it's good to have Seeker around. Ori kind of explained to Seeker basically what had happened and kind of recounted the events so far of the Bloodwell vial and how Claudia kind of got sucked in there, and now they have to try to get her soul out. And meanwhile, Tallow kind of fucked with Seeker. That's where the psychic damage came from. I don't have written down what Claudia said to him, but her body kind of moved and animated, and it was really weird and terrible. So at that point, Reverie and Triumph were like, hey, we gotta peace out and do our actual jobs. But they promised that they would check the oubliettes for us because we needed a soul, and we're in Malachor, so criminals get eaten anyway. So they basically said that we'll find someone. We had a brief, kind of really difficult, weird discussion about what kind of criminal we would like for this, and we kind of ultimately decided anyone who had done some sort of violence or taken away someone's agency. And so he said that he would promise to check that out. We also had a brief conversation about whether we wanted to find someone from the plunge to give them, but Ori kind of shut that down because Ori was like, hey, he can only take a soul once a day, so we need to wait until the next morning anyway. So we were kind of in this limbo state where we basically had to wait to do this, and we were trying to kind of figure out what to do next. And in that downtime, Tess kind of let Katja know that she was interested in being drunk on by Reverie. And Velen got up on stage and performed and made real good tips, got 78 golden tips. Meanwhile, Artie is determined to seduce Katja, and made her a liquor gun that because, quote, I like guns and I want to lick her. This was partially on the advice of Velen being like, relationships are founded on a common interest, and he was like, guns, lick her, perfect. And they had this kind of amusing conversation about basically trying to get Artie to kind of like be himself and to like not be too super vulgar and not go for shock value. It's unclear how much of that he actually internalized.
No.
Tess also got the silvered whip of fragility stolen, which was really sad and upsetting because it was like the second thing that Artie ever made for her. But she did actually go back with the whole pile of good berries and like left them in a little bowl with a Jimino symbol to like feed the kids, the urchins and stuff that had stolen from her. So that was basically like the timbre of the evening. And then we went the next morning. We met up with we met up with Trians at the Temple of Nyx. There was a little interlude where Reverie kind of like showed up, ran briefly abducted Tess to drink her blood, which like ruled for Tess. Really, really good. A+, very drugs. She liked it a lot. But also it was kind of clear to Reverie that Tess was like doing it kind of out of despair. So that she took Tess back, and Artie was like gave her side eye about it, and like they kind of calmed her down. And then we went and found Tychus Maine, who was this apparent murderer of his wife and kid, and was bound up on the couch, and it was a really upsetting time. Triumph read his sentence to him, and then Velen cast Bane on him, and Ori cast Bestow Curse. I think Artie cast Mind Sliver, so he had a whole bunch of disadvantages on his saving throw for his charisma save for when Tallow came out to like eat him. It worked. He did fail it by less than 10. He immediately died and immediately like came into Tallow's like little bile realm, and deals a deal. Placed Claudia. Claudia was allowed to go out into the astral sea, but like as she was kind of limping away, her nails, like her foot that she lost, kind of regrew and was kind of more like, even though she wasn't in lycanthrope form, was kind of more animalistic, and the nails on her feet and hands became like black and sharp, and her hair became straight and black. So like she has warlock levels now instead of ranger levels. And like she looks different. Oh, she also is a little bit more mature. She looks closer to 25. So which ultimately means that like when we got to the Temple of Marcellus and got her body out, we were all kind of shocked to find that like she had physically changed. Before we did the ritual, Seeker had this really interesting kind of above table conversation that none of the rest of us know about, but I think it's worth mentioning that he had this conversation with this kind of mysterious voice in his head, which I don't think in character has been confirmed to be Saren, but like I always kind of assume is something Saren related or
Come
something.
on now.
And the voice was kind of like trying to convince him to like come back to her, like come back and like be a paladin of this person again. And was sort of being like, I could help. There was a time that you used to make sacrifices regularly. So we got this like little, like over the table little bit of insight into his kind of going back and forth. He actually even seemed almost like, if this doesn't work, then maybe. But it did in fact work. The cleric of Marcellus was really great, and we gave him his 200 gold offering, and he like put all the coins in there. And Castray's dead, and Marcella kind of showed up to Claudia in the Astral Sea and brought her back. And Claudia came back to life. Yay! Claudia's back with us.
Can't be killed.
And Tess,
Except by chocolate.
Cal like forced Tess into the like group hug. We all kind of were participating in the group hug. And like Artie jumped up on her chest, and we're all like, holding her. So that it was a nice moment of reunion. Poor Ori, though, is like, as she put it, proper fucked. Like, she doesn't have her thing that she was sent for the Skullkeepers Guild, so that's scary for her. And then the last thing that happened of note during the session, I think, was we were leaving the Temple of Marcella, and the little gold feather that Velen had braided into Claudia's hair kind of got activated and gave Claudia a godly boon of immortality.
All fucking things.
Of all fucking things. The most ironic thing. And so now she can't, I don't know if she knows it necessarily yet, but she can't age. She will be theoretically like 25, so she can be killed through like other violent means, but she can't die of old age, which is wild. And that's, I hope I didn't forget anything, but I think that's where we left it off.
I believe that's everything, so well done. And so, we will pick up right where we left off as your party is making their way away from the Temple of Marcella. Or rather, you've stepped outside of it, and you're kind of heading in the direction of the Whiskey Dip. As you do, this is... Well, it's good music, but it's not quite appropriate.
I rolled that at the start of the game, and it just came through.
Like, were you trying to intimidate Seeger?
I was just testing to make sure the thing rolled.
Well, it did eventually.
Also, I think everybody forgot, but Claudia, you have a repulsion shield, and Tess, you have a spell storing ring that gives you an extra spell slot back.
Oh, I thought Ori had that.
She gone.
Oh, okay. So I have that. Okay, got it. Good to know.
You got it.
Okay.
I have a repulsion shield?
Weird. Oh, that was
Dude,
why
why haven't you told me that?
One day we'll see what it actually does.
That was the other thing I didn't write down, was that the bow,
Dilo's bow.
Dilo's Garden. Is not active on Claudia's back, and I also, you can put in your inventory, Claudia, I gave you Artie's Noxious Pocket for your
Is that an actual thing I can add?
No, I just like I'll send you the little stuff that I already made for it.
Just remember, I can change my infusions daily pen, so if you don't use it soon, I'm taking it.
Next fight, bro.
That's okay. I'm sure that
Rug,
they will all remember.
Sizzling on your mic. I think you're good now.
It was, but now it is not.
It was, but now it's not.
It was once, but it is no more.
It's in the past. So, as you are walking in the direction of the Whiskey Dip, well, first and foremost, Ori, I need a perception check.
Okay. Shit, hang on.
I didn't realize that those were actual voices.
Yeah, they fucked me up too. I took my headset off and looked around. And I was like, what the fuck?
Me too. I was trying to find them. And then I put in D in my Google search bar, and instead of D&D Beyond, it took me to DoorDash. That says something about my lifestyle.
It could have been delphs.org.
Yeah.
.org.
We do that one incognito.
They come and make breakfast.
It's an organization.
Okay. That's not great. That's a 6.
Okay. Then what happens is it kind of catches you by surprise. Those of you with a high passive perception...
Not me anymore.
Not me.
That's okay. We move on. You happen to catch a familiar face that looks as though it's just caught you and is moving quickly towards you. You recognize the pale form of Charm, the Air Genasi scribe.
Okay. Tess has a high passive perception. She'll turn in that direction. And Tess knows that Charm works for the Scroll Keepers, right?
Yes.
That's where we met her.
Yeah, we met her. So I think she's going to look urgently at Ori and, like...
Well, it's clear that she has spotted you and is moving in your direction. You do see there are 2 individuals behind her.
Boy. The muscle.
Not quite. Well, as muscly as
wizards.
scribes get.
Hard to tell.
Their fingers are real strong, though.
Indeed. You see there is a older-looking half-elven man who looks really properly dressed to the point where he's probably burning up. And then another one. who looks a little bit more casually dressed, but it's clear maybe they're related. They look pretty similar. Why is there lyrics to this music?
I like
One
the
of them
goat.
bursts into song.
I
Didn't
keep waiting
expect
for the
that.
goat.
Hold on.
Surprise lyrics.
Apologies.
Yep, there he is.
Yes, the goat exists. They happen.
I like him.
As the three are moving towards you, you recognize one of them, Ori. The one on the left you recognize is Geralt.
Right.
He sees you, and you see he kind of tips his head upward as an acknowledgement. And you see that Charm is, as they're approaching, they're walking up to you quickly to catch up with you. She's like opened her mouth to say something, and Geralt sets his hand just like across her right. What is this bone?
Clavicle.
Thank you. Right across her clavicle, just to like almost as if to shush her, and he says, "Ori Lofensa?
Yes.
It's been a while.
Oh, it has. Too long.
I'm pleased to have found you. It seems as though rumor
Right.
is good enough around this town. You had reported earlier that you were delivering your package.
Well, I was returning. There's been some developments with the package along the way. I'm glad you're finally back in town. We can. Well, I can come make a full report. She kind of looks at the party and then kind of turns herself so that, she's facing the scroll keepers and not anybody else, like Claudia. She looks back at everybody and she says, I think I just have to go take care of this. You've all been truly delightful. I know I said to some of you I wouldn't run off. I'm not. I'm done running, so.
Thanks, Ori.
There's
Well, good luck.
certainly everything is... And he looks confused a little bit at this parting, but he says, right, let's go handle that report. And he, like, gently sets a hand on your shoulder. You see Cal, who's, like, right behind Tess, looks up and he just waves.
She blows a kiss.
Aw.
He gives a
Like
small
till the end.
smile. But I think he's maybe picks up that he might not ever see you again. And with that, Ori Lofensa, you are whisked away by the officials of the Scroll Keepers Guild.
Boy.
Does Ori look back?
Yeah.
Good.
You see a single tear coming down his face.
Tess,
Aw, Arby.
Tess
The
is
Seeker
gonna give
looks
you
like
a
he's-
Tess is gonna give you a thumbs up.
Seeker has
Oh,
a look
yes.
on his face like good riddance.
Damn!
Oh,
Of course.
of course.
Rude.
I
Artie's gonna
mean,
look,
listen.
they get a little distance, and Artie's gonna look up at Tess. Just coming back, right?
I don't know, Artie. Maybe.
No, I mean she said she was. We'll just wait for her. Don't worry.
Right here?
No, I mean we're still gonna do our stuff, but she's a wizard. She can just point
I
in
can
random
send-
directions until
I
she
can
messages
send her
us.
messages if you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll wait for her. We won't leave town until we get her back.
Okay. Artie. Tess is gonna kind of slip her hand into Cal's and squeeze it.
Seeker,
Ah,
the offer that you ignored ever since it happened, your hand's been aching. Constantly. Like it's sore, like it's just been freshly scraped. But there's a moment where it doesn't, and I need you to roll me a perception check. As you're rolling it, everyone, you see Ori is whisked away by the Scroll Keepers, and as you bid farewell,
I got a 3.
you did get a
Good
3.
job, Seeker.
Don't worry about it. You notice there's a
Perfect.
moment where the back of your hand just doesn't hurt, and you're like, oh. It's almost like a relief, like a weight off your shoulders.
When Ori leaves.
He's like, I knew she was no good.
Certainly, there's no connection at all.
I can't believe we cuddled that one night.
I almost gave her a chance. Oh, damn.
Okay, so for the moment, you all, sans Ori, have your plans about you as to what you're doing.
Would you say that Ori left Tanza?
Oh my god.
Oh!
Sorry. Alright, where are we going?
No, that was
Yeah.
good.
Get it.
Oh,
Somebody
thank you.
message me and explain it.
Her last name was
It's her last
Lufthansa.
name. Her last name is.
Oh, okay.
Lufthansa. There's
Lufthansa. Lufthansa.
okay.
I'll give you a B for effort. So.
Claudia
E
art,
for
I just
green.
noticed. New Claudia
Yeah,
art.
and new Claudia just dropped.
And Claudia, who this? She looks fucking
Now
evil.
with more
she just
problems.
looks like upset, like fuck my life.
Hey, so where are we going?
Weren't we going back to the inn?
That was
Yeah.
you were on the way back to the Whiskey Dip
Yes.
to try and discuss your plans.
I mean, if the first thing, I think somebody here needs a nap. She's looking at Claudia. I think she
Fight
has.
one?
She was
She
just
has-
taking a nap.
But she has, like, we just pumped a bunch of hit points into her.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
like
That's true, I'm not
she did just die.
on hit anymore.
Yeah, that's right. I gave you all of my lay on hands.
Maybe we should go talk to Reverie and Triumph, kind of let them know.
And Kacha.
I do. You know, I heard all of that already, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, I really wasn't hiding it.
I just feel like maybe the time, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Let's check in with them and kind of go from there.
You got a lot of spice to you now. I like it. Straight to the point.
Right.
Uh-huh.
She's just gonna start walking in the direction of the Agitari estate.
I just look at
So
Artie
you're
and go,
not going to
really,
the inn?
Spice?
I mean, I'm not worse off. I'm fine. I still have, like, spell slots and my features.
Alright.
What time of day is it, Echo?
It's like 11 in the morning.
Is that reasonable? Would they still be up, or are they going to bed?
They are absolutely asleep.
Okay, never mind. We'll talk to them later.
I
Okay.
should have brunch.
We should have brunch.
We should have brunch, honestly.
Belgian waffles.
It's a great idea.
Or whatever the Amherst equivalent of Belgium is.
There could be brunch at the tavern, right? We could have brunch at the Whiskey Dip.
Regroup.
Talk
Talk about our plan.
A whiskey brunch?
Whiskey brunch.
Hold on, I need to look at the world map.
Are you looking for the Amherst equivalent of Belgium?
Feels like it would be between Arbara and KO.
That's a big. That's a lot. That's a lot of world.
Make an
Only
effort.
place
Well, you
I
have
know.
a lot of world.
I think it would be. I think LeBrook.
Got a whole
would
lot of
be
world
the
on you,
equivalent
girl.
of Belgium.
LeBrook.
Yeah.
Is it LeBrookian waffles?
Sure.
Yeah.
Brookian. So,
Anyway,
brunch.
is that the plan? You're heading to the Whiskey Dip
Yes.
and getting brunch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Maybe
talking
talk
about what
what
our
we're gonna do.
plan is. Yeah, we wanted to. I mean, the theory was that we were going to try to talk about what we were going to do about the plunge, etc., but not in the middle of the street.
Yes.
Fair.
Over brunch.
Over brunch. Grapes.
Okay. So you head back to the Whiskey Dip. Let me go ahead and.
Were you not
Change.
prepared for brunch?
Oddly enough,
Can I roll?
Gotta
I
be.
don't think that's ever come up before. Specifically, brunch is not.
Brunch is so good.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's my
Brunch.
favorite.
We eat brunch in every scenario. My imaginary scenarios, my real life world.
At 11 in the morning, the Whiskey Dip is remarkably busy, but not with the daytime folk. It is the late night drinkers in the form of Drow, Duergar, Drider, Kobold, the night folk. And as you enter, you see that it is not so cram-packed that you can't find a place to eat, but it's pretty busy. And as you all enter, you find a table. If you want to order food, brunch is going to be probably approximately 4 silver a person.
You got it, bro.
Approximately.
Worth it.
It depends.
I have no
Some
money.
of you might order much more.
You have 0.
I have 5 silver.
That's enough for brunch. And it's
I will
it.
buy
have enough for
Claudia's
brunch,
brunch.
guys.
I
Oh,
will buy
thanks,
Claudia's
Seeker.
brunch.
How did we forget about that 5 silver?
Hey. That's for brunch.
There it is.
Need to take my
Okay.
brunch money.
I'm buying brunch, so technically it's not for brunch.
Yay.
Okay. One moment while I roll. If this beats any temp HP you currently have, you gain 8 temporary hit points for
I
eating
had none.
I
so
had
thank
0.
brunch.
Yeah.
Then you can have 8. That's great.
Thank you.
Okay, so
You. We're picking what we're gonna do. I'm assuming. The plunge.
Alright, so I was thinking it over. I don't think any of us are adept enough to try to infiltrate and join the ranks of them. So we should probably play to our strong suit, which is kidnapping.
Claudia's
Is-
just gonna make sure nobody in the crowded tavern hears that.
Is
Is
um
anyone paying attention, Echo?
has that
Stealth
ever
recon. Yeah,
Has-
yeah.
has kidnapping ever been our strong suit? Have we done that ever?
No.
I think we've done
So
the
we don't
opposite
know.
of that.
We don't know if it's our strong suit then, I guess. So you can't
I am
rule it
pretty
out.
sure it is not our strong suit. I think there is nothing in our skill set that is conducive to kidnapping.
I can make a trap that can trap somebody. That's like step 1 of kidnapping is getting them. Okay. Okay, let me talk it out a little bit because I kind of just went to the fun part and I didn't explain the whole other process of it. So, we have a general idea of where they're located. So I think a little bit of stealth recon, another one of our strong suits. We
You
kind
just
of
said that wasn't her strong suit.
We said kidnapping wasn't our strong suit.
no infiltration and espionage is not really our strong suit.
Alright, can
Okay.
someone remind me what we're doing?
Oh, yeah. Seeker wasn't really here for most of that.
There is a group of vampire hunters at the edge of town called the Plunge. Considering where we are, our new friends in the vampire sheriffry don't love them. They are also in possession of a copy of a sacred vampire text that we were sent to retrieve.
Didn't we have, I swear we talked about this. Maybe I was drunk. But didn't we have this idea of going to the plunge and telling them, hey, there are some vampires we want to hunt?
We did have
Because-
that idea.
Because we have the fucking assholes that we wanted to kill that were spying on Claudia before
Yeah.
she died.
That was right, and that was before I died, and I
Right,
just,
so
now I'm kind of.
the
Just
real
kinda
question
goth.
is what's stopping us from just walking in there?
There's a
There's
lot
There
a
of.
lot
are
of them.
there are a lot of them. We're way
And they're pretty
outnumbered.
strong.
We're
there's like
way
30 or
outnumbered.
40.
Their leader has been a problem for Triumph and Reverie for a while, as in they know
Yeah,
him
apparently,
well.
basically, we just need to make sure that we're not, aiming above our pay grade here.
So what I was thinking is we kind of go on the outskirts of where they're supposed to be, do a little stealth recon. If we see any lone couple, 2, 3, maybe snatch them up, get some info out of them, A little torture, a little kidnapping.
Torture.
No, I'm not
Already.
gonna. I'm just kidding.
But
No,
I'm
the
good at that
kidnapping-
one.
The kidnapping part. He could definitely torture people, but I can.
And then what? We what? We knock them out.
Get
we
some
leave them
info.
somewhere.
Alright, well, isn't
we
the,
kill them?
the job to kill them anyway?
No, we just need to get the book back.
That's what we were paid to do. I mean, minimizing their threat to the kindred is not a bad idea either.
Maybe
So-
a bonus.
What happens if we get one of them and then they all attack us?
Well,
We die.
that's why we. Yeah, that's why we gotta be stealthy and reconish.
It seems like a high risk plan.
But
I,
I think us going into the heat of it and trying to. You won't meet a lot of these people.
no.
Try to-
I wonder
Right, well,
if there's a more. She looks at Velen. Diplomatic
Let's-
solution.
Do you have a
Look-
diplomatic solution, Valen?
Well, yes, insofar as what I thought we were going to do was pretend that we wanted to get vengeance on those other chuckle fucks. Right? Now, I get that you have this whole vibe now that wasn't what you were going for. But, like, there's got to be something we can do about that. I have
Actually-
disguise stuff.
Well, I know that they have at least one holy person on them. That was the person who got the book in the first place. Claudia will look at Seeker and say, "Can you sense evil?"
right, well, to a certain point, I can.
Can you sense it on me?
I will use Divine Sense.
Please relay what divine sense tells you can detect.
It lets me detect celestial, fiend, or undead
Within,
within 60 feet.
You do.
as long as it doesn't have full cover.
So, firstly, as you
Oh shit!
use divine sense, the first thing you notice is while Claudia
All the
does
skeletons.
not, yeah, it's suddenly the room's full of them. Claudia does give off the sensation of undead, though she is not. It's almost like a lingering behind her, as if her shadow is undead. Next, I need to make some rolls.
Oh, fuck.
All of like the 30 vampires in the tavern are like, "Oh shit!"
Well, some of them are using blush. I don't.
Sure.
Seeker
The
just
ones who
has an
failed to
aneurysm.
blush. A strobe light
Does-
effect takes place.
If they're blushing, do they not show up as undead?
They don't, if they're blushing.
Oh,
They're hiding their nature.
good to know.
Do I count as a celestial?
Yes.
Good
Yeah,
question.
Uh,
And I think I count as a fae.
I don't see Faye.
it doesn't see Faye.
Oh no, that's
Um,
it's the Gideon. The Gideon's. It was Gideon's thing.
Yeah.
It was that.
There's
Um,
a yeah.
Gideon.
So, Velen is an Azamar. You are aware of that. Doubly so now. Also, across the room, you do catch an undead.
Minding their own damn business.
When you look
X-ray
over,
goggles
you
on.
see there is a kind of not extremely well-dressed person. It's a young woman with kind of a dullish reddish brown hair, who suddenly looks concerned.
It's been perceived.
Right, well, you have this sort of aura around you that's undead.
That's what I was worried
Um,
about.
Right, and then that lady over there who is now very squeamish is also undead.
That oh,
That
So you
one?
think that,
Well, I mean,
Every
welcome to
alternate look.
Malachor.
Your point.
So, Seeker can easily point her out, but to the rest of you, this is a crowded tavern.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, I
So
point her
unless Seeker goes like, okay, you point
this
her
woman's
out.
gonna be like, "Ah."
She freaks out.
She looks directly at you, Seeker, as you've pointed at her.
I try to just like wave and smile. I try to give off like a non-threatening vibe.
Roll deception.
Seeker, whose primary stat is intimidation, tries to give off a non-threatening vibe.
This is a persuasion roll, please.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Incredible. Incredible.
I can't roll
We
dice
love it.
tonight, man.
So you just like
love it.
mad dogged this vampire across the room.
I rolled a 6, a 2, and a
Dressing
1.
her down. You're-
You all watch as
Poor
this
woman.
woman gets up and leaves.
Aw.
Oh.
Right?
Secret, you
Is
just
it-
ruined your
what?
evening.
What did I do?
You looked like you were staring holes into her face.
Brunch is a sacred meal.
What were you going for exactly?
Right? Literally nothing. I don't know.
Whoa, that's your nothing face?
And I'm gonna look at Velen, and you want us to go in there and deceive them?
I didn't say I wanted you to go in there and deceive them.
Okay,
I certainly didn't say I wanted Seeker to go in there and deceive them.
Yeah, I think it, like, I like that idea as a plan too, but
Don't get moved.
Claudia's right, it might not work. It might not work if they don't trust her.
I'm worried about... That's not a good look, to walk up and say, hey, suspicious thing, and then, they do the thing that Seeker just did, if they can. And I have undead about me.
Well,
Right.
but I don't, and Tess doesn't.
I don't. And I could look like you.
That's true, you could
If it
use
came
my
to-
story.
if it
You'll
came to
have the
that.
names, that'll make it valid.
If you want, I mean, we don't have to do this. I'm not necessarily saying it's a great idea for us to go in by ourselves and leave the rest of you outside. It
Do we
would
have to
be a
go in?
solution that doesn't involve kidnapping people or
It-
Okay.
like
What about just
like,
recon then? Let's at least get some information about them. Maybe kind of just outskirts, see what's going on. I got something I can make that can keep us pretty hidden, but see everything around. It'll buy us some time.
mean,
At least
I'm
get
not
some
averse to
info.
information gathering. I mean,
We
I feel
could-
like we're flying blind here.
We could also do that same play. Like, I could be, if you don't mind, Claudia, I could play you, but we could all go in there, which means that if it goes bad, we'll at least have backup. And we can just say, like, hey, this happened. The Venatori are on our tail. Can you help us?
I'm here for the best plan. If that's the best plan, I fully support it.
And if we can get a couple of them in a little group with us.
It would be
especially if we can get
ideal
the
if
guy-
we could get one or two away from the main camp.
Yeah,
Especially
if
if
we can
it's
get the
the one
guy
with the
with
book.
the book.
But he's probably the toughest.
Is it possible that he would know anything that could help you, Claudia? He's a vampire hunter after all.
Let's just work with the facts we have. He's powerful enough to, even though the guy's kind of a dope.
Help you
He was
with what,
powerful
I
enough.
wonder specifically?
We're not talking about that right now. Sorry, go ahead,
He was
Artie.
powerful. He was powerful enough to. The guy was a dope, but he was able to play the Kindred guy and modify his memory. So
At least we'll know to
just keep
expect
them-
that.
So he has mind fuckery type shit.
The guy who works for him does. What was his name? John?
Daniel.
No.
I don't remember. It wasn't really that important.
Crate.
It was like Nick.
It was
Crate.
Crate.
It's Joseph.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Nick
area.
Joseph. Yeah, it was one of those.
It was your
Funny
Ori.
voice.
There you go, Heimer Schmidt.
Go with the Bible name and your
Yeah.
any apostle name, and you're pretty close.
Yeah. So
You're John Paul.
one of them can modify memories.
Whoops. Ignore that.
And then there's the big guy with the book who's given Reverie and Triumph trouble before.
Mhm.
I think maybe Artie's right. Doing recon first is a good idea. I think we
Yes.
should keep our groups not separated. Because if our cover's blown, we're in trouble.
Definitely.
So maybe piece together some information and then kind of pick a
Go
plan.
from there. Yeah.
Do we
Do you
want
think-
to? Do we want to involve your story, Claudia?
I don't see the harm if it gets us in there.
So as they're talking, I just look down to my sword and I go, "All right, you listening?"
Of course I'm listening. The
What
fuck
do you
else I be
think?
doing? It sounds awful dry and boring, if you ask me.
All right, well,
See about the
you-
kidnapping.
I am speaking aloud, by the way, so everyone hears it.
Yeah, does he want to do the kidnapping too?
Well, he thinks it's boring, so I don't
What, the
know.
kidnapping? What more?
No,
what
what
fucking gets him going?
Not
Jeez.
oh my god.
Right, it's
Right.
hardcore.
Well, do you have any ideas?
You're asking
The
Brave.
sword. Yeah.
Uh,
Seeker's not the smartest.
hold on. Let me roll intelligence for your sword.
We're asking the swords for our battle strategy.
Listen, we've asked dogs before, and it was a great idea. So
Your sword says, it might be ways to get a lay of the land before you go all march on in to see exactly what's happening in there. It's not that I don't think you could fight outnumbered, but, you know, don't fight outnumbered.
You never want to do that. Right, he agrees. We should just go survey.
Do you think we can or
We
should
can
do
always-
that without Triumph and Reverie? Like while they're sleeping?
that's the other thing is that they could give us backup. Triumph could also help us scry beforehand, which he's better. I can't.
Right.
I don't have the boots for that.
Well, I mean, I don't think that Triumph and Reverie were going to come with us, but
Right,
I
that's a
think
bad idea.
Katya was.
Right,
Katya
if we
was.
sense them while we're out and about, you know.
Well,
Maybe.
she's not a vampire. I mean, a kindred. Words.
Words.
Right, I don't know.
I mean, what we could do is we could just wait for them, and then we could ask Reverie to, or we could ask Triumph to scribe for us, and then Katya could come with us and do some recon.
But
I
didn't you
don't-
have to pull out
what
of
do-
that vision because they could have potentially seen you?
Didn't we've
yeah.
already had Triumph scry on them once? I'm not really sure what we're hoping to get from that.
See how many of them, some of them are out, but okay.
I think we should just do our own reconnaissance. I love Triumph and Reverie as much as the next girl. I don't want to just hang around all day. I don't know.
Right,
think
as
if we're
Grace
planning
put
on-
it, that's boring as shit.
I think if we're playing an assault, it's worth asking them. But right now, I think just looking, we can do it.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. Are we going to do that now after brunch?
And worst comes to worst, we can always just hop into your little pocket, you know, the where Lane's hanging out.
That's true.
Okay, so what?
Your little the thing that takes you to.
The thing you were trying to sell to get me.
The little key that you have, the astral
Yeah, I
key.
forgot about that. I thought you were talking about Barry. Who the fuck? I don't remember Lane.
I'm not talking about your ferret. No.
What to say?
Right,
It's really
that-
kind of tight in there. Barry got it a mess too. I can only imagine what it looks like in there.
I
Yeah,
finished
let's
my
go.
omelet.
So, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
What's the Amherst equivalent of Denver? Because that's the kind of omelet I'm having.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Denver's super boring. I guess.
An Endsmeet omelet.
An Endsmeet omelet.
Denver's-
Drenyer style.
I think Endsmeet's way more interesting than Denver.
100%.
There's more werewolves
That
than
was
Denver
insulting.
that we know of.
I think Port Rouge is.
Yes, a Rouge and omelet.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good omelet, though.
I like Denver omelets. What are you trying to say?
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Denver. I'm not saying Denver omelets aren't good. They just don't sound good. A Denver omelet.
Omelet
like
controversy
Denver?
aside, Simic.
Echo started it. I don't know what you want from me.
How far away are they from there? We know kind of where to go outside the gates.
It's a couple hours hike.
Okay.
You know the direction
Started.
due to your conversations.
So Katya was coming with us, right? For this initially, so maybe we should
Pick her
contact her. I don't fucking know. She's probably asleep too.
I feel like recon's not her strong.
No, I mean I think she'd probably prefer to punch.
Yeah, but
Right.
aren't you a monk?
I don't
That-
see
yeah,
her
that's
point.
why I said
She has a gun. She shoots things.
She can punch things too. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway,
Onwards.
I guess we go without Katja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the
if we're
decision.
gonna have to wait, yeah, I don't know. Bleh.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
We're gonna
That-
go.
I don't
Seeker
think we
just
do.
starts walking.
We don't either.
Okay.
We're gonna
Yeah.
recon the camp.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go. I think the idea is we're gonna not be we're gonna be non-violent. We're gonna try to find out anything we can about these people.
Nobody said that.
Okay.
We're
Tess
gonna try
is
not to
saying
get
that.
caught.
Tess
Real
is
quick,
saying that right now.
Yes.
We know their general direction, or we were told where they're kind of hanging, right?
Yes, it was the.
Stale marshes.
Oh my god.
The
Strife March.
Strife
The Strife March.
I'm on fire today.
You're
Sorry,
gonna
Echo.
be. You keep
Getting an
doing
old
that.
And your gun malfunctions.
So, as you begin to make your way out of the Whiskey Dip, out into the city proper, you then proceed onward and outward. Heading through... Actually, I should use the actual map.
Yes, please.
Heading out through the gates toward Murky Point. Heading eastward, which is the direction that you were instructed the Plunge have their camp. Also, you have a good idea where it is, specifically Tess, because you did scry on them, which gives you at least a direction to head in. As all of you are making your way out of the city gates, I need a perception check from... what's the marching order right now? Just like a blob, or is there somebody leading the way?
Seeker's probably somewhere up front.
Okay, who's in the back?
I'm gonna say
I'm in the middle.
Tess is in the back.
I'll stay in the middle.
That's the real.
Okay,
Real.
Tess.
Also, Tess also looks like Claudia now, just in case.
There's two Claudias.
Ooh, Claudia's. All right.
Oh no, but
You
she
should
looks.
look
She
like
looks
the
like
old
Claudia. She looks like Claudia Classic.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
Not new
Ori-
Claudia.
Original. I'm Crystal.
Claudia Crystal.
Crystal Claudia.
Oh no.
Okay.
This would definitely be Cherry Coke Claudia, but go on.
Then I need a perception check from Seeker and Tess.
Oh God, I hope you just.
So you give her being at the front, bro.
Well, I'm also up there just in case someone wants to punch us in the face. God, I can't roll.
Neither. Oh no, Tess rolled fine. Comparatively.
Well, you make your way out of Malachor smoothly. There's nothing of interest occurring. It's busy. You see there are lots of people out and about performing their daily business in Malachor. And once you get out of the gates, you're near the stables where you came in. Do you gather
Peanut
your
butter.
horses?
Do we
No.
need them? Would that help us? Would that hinder us?
It's a little clunky.
If we're trying to be stealthy,
Yeah, probably
I
not.
don't think
Right,
we need
no
a horse.
horse.
Claudia looks wistfully at the pasture.
Do you want to talk to Peanut Butter real quick?
We have something we need to do.
So you continue onward.
Mhm.
Okay. Then we have... my frustrations.
We hear them, yes.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Big sigh.
Mm-hmm. That was a good sign when the DM size.
This song is driving me crazy. It's so
I
familiar.
love this song.
But where did
Make
it
the
come
fat man
from?
walk.
Hit the dap.
It's called Eldamore's Market.
If it bothers you, I can...
No. I was just trying to figure out where I
I'm
remembered
jamming.
it from.
It's the Fat Man song.
It's a unique instrumental made for Foundry.
Okay.
I'm-
Okay. I don't know why my brain was trying to associate it with something else. Carry
You
on.
watch Family Guy?
Not lately.
There's an old episode where Stewie followed the Fat Man around playing the tuba, and it sounds like that.
Yeah, it kinda does.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a Sousa-esque.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Animated.
I tried an animated map and it blew my Foundry up, so I haven't tried it since.
Get good.
That's
Fuck you. The proper response is, hey, I could help you.
You could ask
No,
me for
Get
help.
good, noob.
Get good scrub.
I'd be happy
I'll
to
see
help
myself out.
you.
No.
Don't do it. Someone will
Don't-
die
yeah,
again.
don't do it. Somebody will actually
Please
die,
don't.
apparently. It is clear the party needs your presence, or they perish.
Yeah.
Perish!
There must be a party dad, so it's on you now.
Oh no. I don't know if
Gideon
Seeker's
left,
ready
so
for
that's
that.
Me. Well, he did say he was going to be your babysitters, and you all were like, no, fuck that. We don't need a babysitter.
He's a very different flavor of party dad than Gideon.
Okay, so as all of you are making your way through these woods, Seeker,
Fuck.
it's okay.
If it involves a dice roll, I don't know that it will
does
be.
not. It does not
Okay.
involve a dice roll. Thank goodness. You are leading the party, and as you're making your way through these woods, it's cold. And you see that the traces of snow catch along the canopies of the forest as you are making your way through it. It's very pretty. You see something that alarms you.
Oh, boy.
On a high tree near you, there is a knot in the tree that's almost like a perfect sphere. It's a circle. You see, just as you're walking, an arrow suddenly right into it, and you blink, the arrow's gone. No one else saw that.
So I turned to look at the party and gauge, and none of them saw it on their faces, right? Like I'm just like, it's
Blank
a me
stares.
thing.
Nobody saw it.
I'm talking to Barry.
Seeker, you okay?
All right, I might be going crazy. And is that perfect circle still in the tree?
It's just a knothole, yeah.
All right, someone shot an arrow right there, and he'll point up to it.
What? No, they didn't.
Right, that's why I said you missed the whole part where I might be going crazy.
Is there no arrow there?
There's no arrow. There's no evidence of an arrow.
How high up is the knothole?
10 feet.
No, I can't poke.
No.
Ho, don't do it.
Don't climb the tree, Bowen.
You and trees. What direction would that have come from? Seeker.
From your perspective, it looks like it came from to your left.
Is there
right
anything
that
over
way.
there? Trees?
More trees.
Can I
I'll
sniff?
pop another divine sense.
Okay. You can roll perception. And you can use your divine sense. You don't see anything new to you.
No.
Yes.
I rolled an 18 on my sniff. My sniffer is way worse than it used to be, guys. I'm very sad about it.
Meow.
Mhm.
You do smell something on the air. It's a familiar scent in that you smelled it during your investigations. Something smells of holy magic.
I kind of grab Tessa's arm and I say, it's that smell again.
What smell?
Like holy, divine.
Hey?
Can you make illusions like that?
No, not that I know of.
Did you toot a little bit?
Not a. No, I don't think that's what she means. But that's
Oh,
really
okay.
funny, Artie.
I rubbed the
can't-
back of my hand. How does it feel?
Doesn't hurt.
Like, you can make illusions, can't you, Tess?
I mean, I can make my duplicate, but it's not really the same.
You said that. Wow. Can
Velen casts prestidigitation and makes a shower of sparks. Shazam!
It's beautiful. They're bright. It like scatters out all over on the ground around her. For a moment, you're all worried that a fire is about to start, but the sparks are harmless.
Didn't do anything. Yeah.
Alright, well, maybe it's nothing.
Do we think
Maybe
somebody's
we
here?
just move on.
I mean, if somebody's
Hey,
here, they're
Fred,
not
I
talking to
yell.
us.
Hey guys!
Alright, well,
If
aren't
you're
we supposed to
shooting-
be fucking keeping quiet?
Well, how
Well,
close are we to the
yeah,
place that
we're-
we're supposed to be
we're not-
reconning?
You have like an hour and a half to go. You
Okay,
just
that's
left the
cool.
town.
So
Yeah,
it's
we're
not,
not- we're not
tragic that he
like-
does this. All right,
We're
go ahead,
a
Artie.
big group in the middle of a walkway right now. We're
Yeah,
not
you're on
hiding
a
anything.
road. You literally just entered the
I'm
tree
just
line.
making
Does anything react to Artie's yelling?
Hey, I don't know if
There's
you shot
a-
a holy arrow at us, but I don't like it.
There are
But
some
we could
travelers on the road that are like approaching you, and they, like, at the front of them is a halfling who just calls out, "Yeah,
Did you just shoot a holy arrow at us?
no,
Are you sure? Are you lying to me? I could tell. I have magic.
Oh my god.
I don't have a weapon."
No, this would be holy. This would be like magic. Do you have magic?
What do you mean?
Artie, I
You
don't know
what
if
I
that's
mean.
them.
I think. Okay. Well, I just wanted to be friends.
As they're getting closer, you see this halfling is bald on the top, has like a huge beard that's tucked into just like the long coat that he's wearing. And he looks up and he says, "Oh, hi, we could be friends. Are you from around here?"
Yeah, I like your beard. You like my mustache?
I do like your mustache. It's the sign of a trustworthy person.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking about your beard. Does it keep your chest warm in these cold winters?
It does. It does. It beats
Yeah.
the wind really well.
Can I just
Yeah, my
insight
lip-
check this weird halfling to see if he's on the up and up?
Yeah,
My
sure.
lip is warm, but the rest of my face not so much.
You see he's pulling...
Terrible.
He's driving a wagon that's... with a 5, he seems on the up and up.
Yeah.
He's pulling a wagon that's full of hay. Likely not from very far. There's not a whole lot of snow on it. He just is looking down at y'all and he says, "Oh, are you a group of adventurers then?"
No.
All right.
Does it show?
Well, I guessed, but if I was wrong, I'm sorry. I don't mean to impose.
Yeah. No, you're wrong.
Okay, well, pleasant travels to you. And he just
You as well.
rides on past you.
And I'll whisper to Tess, can't blow our cover.
Okay.
Oh boy.
As
I'll wait for
the
that.
cart rides past you, you see there is, like, in the back of the wagon where all the hay is, you see there is a small, like a halfling boy just, like, leaning over the edge
Aw.
of the cart and looking down at you all.
It was him, wasn't it?
I finger guns him.
He just waves.
Short. I would like to state for the record that Tess is making her features like it still looks a little like Claudia, but she is kind of going a little bit away from classic Claudia. Still same hair, but not the same.
What,
She's
vanilla
ripping.
Claudia?
Because she does not want to be called Claudia's.
You don't want to be called Claudia what?
She doesn't want to be called Claudia's sister. She doesn't want to do that to Claudia if they ask, if they look too similar.
Ouch. Yeah.
It seems like a thing that she doesn't want to hit Claudia with at an inopportune time.
Trauma.
So I'm like 70% sure it wasn't that halfling.
I think we should keep moving, but keep an eye out because something's happening.
Well, if anybody did shoot that arrow and they want to talk, we're friendly.
Did your sword notice anything?
Who's
He's next
sword?
to you, right?
Going to the sword for a lot of information.
You ask your sword?
No, I'm not gonna ask for this
Okay.
What do you say, Seeker?
one. Alright, you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like, I didn't fucking say anything.
Alright, let's keep moving. We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out for any weird shit.
And then as we're going, he'll whisper to his sword, "Unless you do know."
You hear, "No, I fucking have a fucking clue."
Yeah,
Wait.
I didn't think so.
I can't make illusions, but Tallow
Correct.
can, right?
Tallow can create sensory effects.
He's
that
not
only one person
divine,
can see.
though.
He super isn't.
Hi, Eve.
As you continue your way through the forest, I'd like everyone to roll me a D100, please. What? Not everyone.
Everyone?
One person.
I was like, damn.
Everybody roll one.
All right. Let me roll this one. Let's see if I get a low number on this one. Let's see if my
Two.
divine
You're gonna roll
intervention
two.
would work.
I say a 14.
Nope.
85.
Not even
85.
close.
Okay.
I was hoping for a divine intervention working.
You. There's so
Level
many things
85.
not quite right with that.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Okay. 85.
I'm sorry if I ruined us all.
That's okay.
All right, Seeker, roll me a perception check.
That
Oh.
face.
Oh, man.
It's a fucking dinosaur.
Ah,
Of course,
You
sir.
got it. You got it.
of course, there's
Well,
like
it was
it when it
average.
storms.
And it's not raining. We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. For the next 30 minutes or so, all of you are walking, and
No.
who's in second in the marching order?
I'll
Me.
volunteer. Oh. Rollies?
I don't care that much. You could go second if you want.
I
Okay.
strategically place myself in the middle at all times.
Okay,
You're third.
so you're third. Claudia, if you're second, please roll me a perception check.
Is it small based?
No.
Damn.
Hey, your perception's the same as mine now.
Yep. 10.
Okay,
Shucks.
Who's
you all
third?
continue walking for a while. There's no real... It's pretty quiet out here, aside from the occasional traveler. Until suddenly, Seeker, you feel your right greave of your armor, the plate armor that's on your right leg, on the upper thigh, suddenly comes loose.
What the fuck?
You
Look
look
down?
You look down, there is where the leather strap meets the armor and holds it tight to your leg, the metal is gone, and you see there is a small reptilian lizard chewing on the armor
Oh.
just above it.
What are you doing? I reach down and I just kind of scoop him up in my hand.
Oh,
It's a small, kind of dull reddish brown reptile. It's maybe this long, maybe about a foot. It's tiny. You see that its jaws just kind of drip with acid, and it looks scared that you've caught it.
Oh, no, alright, don't worry, little one. And I'll pull out some dried meat, try to feed him.
He
Have
doesn't
I
seem
seen
interested.
Have I seen this kind of lizard before? If it has like special properties?
Oh,
I might
right,
have
he was
investigated?
Roll
he was
in
chewing
nature.
on metal, right?
Yeah, he was eating your armor.
Right, I'll pull out a morning star and let him just chew on it as he sits on top.
Roll me animal handling. Roll me in nature. Anybody who wants to know what this is,
I do.
already has advantage.
13.
25.
3.
Yeah,
13
25.
animal handling. Okay. Jesus Christ. Everybody rolls.
25.
We want to know what it is, Echo.
All right.
It's a cool creature.
Claudia, you don't know what it is, unfortunately, with the 3. Tess,
25.
you've heard stories of this. Artie, you've fucking dealt with these before. It is a barracadile.
Ah.
It's a tiny little lizard that is native to Ceres. They eat metal, and they can be really problematic on boats. Somehow it's
Are they,
here.
are they useful for crafting? Any kind?
Wouldn't they
Oh.
decraft something?
They naturally create a very potent acid that they use to eat metal.
Would I know how to extract this?
Beat it.
Well,
Like, is there a gland? Can I, like, grab it by the neck and like a snake and extract its venom?
with a 25 in nature, yeah, you could. But right now, it is currently slobbering on the head of a morning star as it's trying to fit its mouth around the weapon. And you watch as the spikes of the morning star are beginning to just. And now
Seeker,
with
are
this,
you gonna keep it?
Maybe he's cute.
Those things are just vermin. They're so bad. I can use it for something now.
Right? No.
No, I'm not gonna kill it or anything.
Right? No.
Okay, let it eat your stuff then. I continue walking.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Don't you see? And I hold the morning star up. Like, see?
its jaws are latched around the shank and head of the morning star, and it's just dangling from it.
They're never
I love this
satiated. You keep
Right.
that thing, you'll wake up with no armor in the morning.
Right. Well, that's why you feed him. You have like shit for him.
Yep. Let me know how that goes for you.
Yeah, it'll do.
Artie wants to milk it.
I did.
Okay. After this pause, you notice that the road is still fairly busy with travelers, and you continue on your way down it, though now you have a reptile on a stick.
Right. I'm gonna name you Joffrey.
Prince Joffrey. Why is it here if it's supposed to be in Ceres? Are they an invasive species?
Yeah. They fuck up ships all the time. They go from different countries. They kind of just, like, I've seen a whole gaggle of them take out a ship, put holes in it. Hey, they're just horrible little beasts.
Oh,
You're cute. Don't listen to him. And I'll just kind of like pat his head.
You're saying that now.
It distracted by the morning star, its eyes just close when you pat it on its head.
I hope one closes faster than the other.
I mean, it's not a genius.
Hear me out. We keep him, we train him, and then we can send him into like locations where people store their armor or something, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll probably wake up one morning and Breeze will be half dead.
Magic sword. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
You think that?
I know that. Let's keep going.
Besides, Braze is made of fire. It'll burn him.
Oh, I'm sorry, Claudia, the armor smith. You know this? When were you trained in blacksmithing? I'm the genius here. Okay?
I mean, I do feel like Braze would probably be able to go, hey, Seeker, this lizard is eating me, wake up!
I go, do I know if it would be able to eat a magic item?
It absolutely cannot eat magic items.
I stick to my guns.
Okay.
Like you stomp away in like a huff, and Claudia's like, I can leather work.
I just wanted to milk it, okay? He's not letting me own up to my potential, so I'm mad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take it out on you, Claudia.
If you want, I still have that chainmail we got off of some of those goblins. We can.
Oh, right, yeah.
Feed it link
take
by
that.
link.
How much you want for it?
He like pulls it out of the bag. It's got like holes in it from when you guys beat the shit out of those goblins, and he's like,
Right, he'll toss him a gold. I'll take it.
"Oh, all right." He gives you a goblin-sized suit of chainmail.
Hell yeah.
Okay, but we need to really make sure it doesn't eat our money, because I really, really need to save.
Artie, with a 25 in nature, you know they eat ferrous metals, so iron and steel. If you tell the party that is up to you, but you know that.
So they're not going to eat our money.
Yeah, he won't eat your money.
Oh, okay.
Tess is keeping a close on her shield.
Might eat your shield.
Don't let that little beast know. I got a lot of metal on me.
Right.
I think we keep going
That's
now.
what you rolled.
Right, let's go, Joffrey. Here we
Okay.
go.
As you continue onward, you're getting deeper into the woods, and they're getting, well, a little harder to navigate, because at this point, you're heading in the same direction. You're following the road, but you're pretty sure the plunge camp is not going to be on the road. And you're getting to the point where you need to start maybe considering how you're going to find this camp of vampire hunters.
Especially since we don't have a ranger anymore.
Yeah, Tess is like looking at Claudia, kind of expecting her to, but yeah.
To take charge, and Claudia's just kind of plodding along beside Seeker. She's paying attention to the lizard.
Can I do some kind of like history check or survival or something to sort of remember, like get a sense of where the land was when we cried?
So the scry gave you the vague direction, because
Gotcha.
you started scrying and you saw the camp. That's not really helpful as far as like navigating to it, so not really, unfortunately.
How about just a general survival to try to find where the camp is?
A survival might work. Anybody who would want to can roll survival to try and...
I'm proficient in it, so I
What
will
I would
try.
like to do
I have a +4.
Yes.
is
I'm not
as
proficient, though.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, you can do her thing and I'll say mine after.
You're saving yours? Okay.
No, I'm gonna say it after.
Oh, okay. Claudia, with a 21 survival, there's a lot of evidence of traffic through here. And while the skills that you earned they feel muted and dulled, as if you've forgotten them from years ago. But there are some things you don't forget, like the pacing of tracks. And as you begin to follow them, you see there are tracks that lead off the road, following game trails, which you imagine they're probably people hunting. And then there are tracks that just seem to cut straight through the woods, as if someone just marched through brush without a care in the world. Those seem like the sort that don't really belong to people that know how to move through the woods.
That's the way she would lead them.
Okay. Artie, you had something?
I was gonna do something of the gist, but that kind of handled it, so we're good on that end.
Okay.
She didn't roll well. I was gonna dive deeper on that.
Gotcha. Alright. As everyone is moving through these woods, going through the dense brush that is a little bit more difficult to navigate, I'd like perceptions from everyone.
Is it smell-based?
It can be.
Yeah.
Boy, I would like to roll good at least just, once
Terrible.
tonight.
Seeker's an extension of you, Simic.
Oh, don't be mean. That's mean.
That
Damn.
was mean, Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I feel like saying that's mean was meaner than the comment. I love you, Simic.
I meant it with love, Simic.
Nope, I'm writing you all down on my hit list right now.
I also did not mean, like, I was more like, his luck is really bad right now. Be nice.
No.
It's fine. I'll get through this. I'll be
Ow.
stronger because of it. And
If
the
it
next
makes you
time
feel
I
better,
dig
you
my
stepped
claws
on my
into you,
bladder
you know why. Good.
when she stood up, so, that happened.
Okay. Claudia, with a 9 on your smell check,
My nose!
you
It
smell...
don't work like it used to.
You smell cold, crisp air. You smell vegetation. You catch a hint of spice? Like a spice you don't recognize? It smells a little warm. You're not sure what that spice is. It's
Cinnamon.
could be,
Cinnamon.
maybe. It's something you don't really
Nutmeg.
recognize. You can keep pitching them if you like.
Human.
Sure. Tess, with your 23 on perception, and you are in the back of the pack. As you're following everyone, it's pretty uneventful back here. Everyone's talking and chattering and laughing, and you're every once in a while distracted by the sight of the Morning Star with a lizard hanging off of it over Seeker's shoulder. But suddenly, you hear a twig crack behind you.
Look immediately. Hey, hold up.
As you look behind you, in this path that you've kind of carved through the forest, there is the definite sense of motion, maybe 40, 50 feet away from you. You think you catch something move.
Who's there? Show yourself. Something's back here, guys. Something's following us. I think.
We have a clear shot of where we think, like, eye shot
I
of
have
where
a
it is, or
theory.
behind trees and bushes.
So there's lots of trees. Tess just caught a glimpse of motion. Doesn't have a clear location as to what or where it was. But she was alerted.
Alright, are we sure it wasn't an animal?
Yeah,
No.
well, we're looking for
no,
an
but
elk.
it's a-
So, and I like kind of elbow test. We're looking for elk to eat, so hopefully that was one.
Roll a deception check?
Seeker just face palms.
Just a group of people who clearly aren't being stealthy.
It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, we're not being stealthy at all. We have no reason to be out here. So try to give us one.
Right, I thought we were lost, but clearly we
I-
want
Listen,
food.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Uh,
Elbow you once more.
It's perhaps if it's an elk, it's a really fast, or it's invisible, or something.
Or maybe it's a frog.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
Let me know if you see anything. I got something for it.
I wish I could do that thing that Ori could do with the seeing invisible creatures.
So from about 40 feet back, there's a sigh. You probably don't hear the sigh. Like a cloaked figure steps out from behind a tree and says, "There are no elk back here."
And who are you?
A traveler.
Right,
Are
did you
you-
shoot that arrow like 2 hours back?
A strange question to ask a random person in the woods.
No,
Right.
I don't have a bow.
Are you following us?
Okay, now you hear the sigh. I was.
Right, but it was
Why?
weird for me to ask about the bow.
For what purpose exactly?
Well, we do make a good show.
That's true.
Yeah,
Some more
supposed
than
to
others.
Who do your affiliations lie with?
So the figure pushes back her hood. It's a female. She has greenish skin and pointed, ridged ears. And
Oh yeah.
Is it a goblin?
no,
It's
too
not.
tall to be a goblin.
Okay.
Yeah, she's probably like 5'6", maybe. And she kind of pushes her cloak back, and she's not armed. Like, she doesn't have a sword or a bow or anything like that. And she's like, "It's not a strange question. I am just not an archer. I didn't see an arrow either, so that was strange."
Alright, well, how long have you been following us for?
Since this morning.
Fucking hell.
You're
Holy
Real
shit,
stealthy.
like this morning, or like a couple hours ago? Because we did some shit this morning.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I'll call that.
We kind of did.
All right. Well, brunch.
We
I was
brought
having
somebody
brunch.
back from. Oh, okay. I was gonna say we brought somebody back from the dead this morning, so it was kind of an
Right,
eventful
like,
day.
maybe I just don't tell people that.
Why not? What is that harm gonna do?
Can I ask your name, perhaps?
My name is Cauldron. My affiliation is with the Bending Garden.
What's
Fucking hell, that's sick.
Do I know what that is?
Out of character, I do.
Does anyone know what that is?
We roll for that.
I'm going to assume I don't even need to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
the
no
only
idea.
one who even has a chance is Artie. Artie, I need you to roll history at disadvantage.
Okay.
And the DC is very high.
Okay. 14.
No.
Okay.
You had a plus 10 to
does-
that?
Yeah, it's disadvantage. And it's nothing. I don't get double proficiency because it's nothing. Yeah, okay. Never
it is
heard
a
of it.
monastery.
Oh.
I don't even think I know what that is.
Does
Are we-
the Bending Guardian want something from us?
The Bending Gardens do not want, necessarily. There is a disturbance. I am here to investigate it. You all are, well, to call you disturbing seems rude,
You wouldn't be wrong, though.
yet also accurate.
Yeah, we'll take it.
So I have been following you to see if I can pinpoint the cause of this disturbance.
What
I
kind of
suppose I
disturbance
grew
are we
careless.
talking about here?
A disturbance in the balanced flow of causality.
Right? No clue what that
Yes.
means, but
Explain
what?
it better.
You would have me distill the philosophy of lifetimes into a few sentences that you could
oh
digest?
no! All right,
Yep.
If you
fuck
wouldn't
all
mind.
Alright,
I
take a
think
break,
I
Seeker.
left-
This is gonna hurt your brain. I got
That,
this.
that is way too fucking. Can we walk and talk? We kind of have plans,
So-
you know.
Please do.
I mean, we probably shouldn't get closer. We might want to, like,
To
go off in a little. Or we're in the kind of in the middle of something. That's besides the point.
Yes.
So pretty much, what do you guys have? Like, some fortune teller reads destiny. You can see things happening before it happens. Causality. Blah blah blah.
What?
Yeah, that's what she's saying, right?
Right. Well,
That's
I have a
not
question.
What I heard at all.
Oh, that's what I heard. I kind of went off on a tangent on my head. When
is
she
your
started
question
talking.
more sensible?
Yeah. All right. Are you like the cauldron you're cooking, or like how do you spell it?
Oh. She thinks for a moment because this is not her first language.
Oh,
No, it is not spelled that way.
Right.
But the pronunciation serves. And what is
So-
your name?
All right. They call me Seeker.
Very well.
I'm Artie. I kind of am
So,
curious now. Are we the
something
bad
is
guys
dis-
in this situation?
Bad?
We seem to be
Nah.
eddies. We're causing ripples in the flow of life, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
We
I bet it was
are?
Joffrey here, wasn't it? And he'll swing the Morning Star around with Joffrey on the end.
That's
to
a
show you.
lizard. That's a lizard.
You see that Joffrey, who has locked its jaws around the Morning Star, is asleep.
Oh, look. Adorable little lad.
He's cuter than Barry.
Are
I
we
don't
still
believe
in-
the lizard is
Ever
to
say
blame.
that, Claudia? I know I heard you before. You don't have to. You don't have to dig
So-
that deep, okay?
So, is this an astral thing?
It is.
Because
Well,
I know what. Well, I don't know.
in some ways.
There was definitely a weird astral thing. I'm sorry, I don't know that much about this.
We can go there if you want.
Okay, so at that the figure approaches a little bit. She's like, what sort of weird astral thing?
It
Like
might
being
happen to us.
connected, like being connected to a plane that I should not to have been connected to, for no reason that I understand. And I was talking to this really smart guy about it, but I don't think he really understood either. And we didn't really figure out what was going on.
That is
And
interesting.
then Claudia died, and we had a lot of other stuff that we needed to get done, so I kind of forgot about it. Except for it, I didn't really forget about it because it's stuck in my brain like a burr.
Do you mean there was a portal?
No.
Not that we know
Bullet.
of.
In
I
reality.
mean, you would think that I would have been able to observe, like a portal would have been an observable event.
Hmm.
It was just like there was like suddenly a grasp of an uncanny piece of despair that didn't belong to me.
Roll a history check, Cauldron.
Okay.
The DM said unsure.
I know, right? 16.
I don't think
Tigger
you linked
takes out a
your
bottle of
sheet to
whiskey and
the
takes a
boundary.
drink.
No, she's rolling
Ooh.
privately.
Oh,
which is
sorry.
fine.
Whoops.
It would still show up as a private roll.
It
I
didn't.
just saw your picture. She's a hot gift.
Yeah.
I like the ears.
She is a
Yeah.
gift.
Now Gith.
Yeah.
Stop,
None of you have
Ken.
seen. None of you have seen a creature of this race.
She's just
before.
a weird half-orc to me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start
Like a
speaking to
petite
her
one.
in Goblin. Are you like a really tall goblin?
You hear him speaking gibberish at you.
I don't understand your companion.
Right?
None of us do.
How is
He's
she not?
crazy.
She's not a tall goblin.
Well, do you understand this? And he'll speak in primordial.
No.
Ugh.
We speak common. What?
Oh,
Alright,
I'm
well,
speaking it to you now.
yeah, you're. I just thought like you were a really tall
Alright,
goblin.
well-
I'm sorry, it was stupid. I know goblin, and I kind of like talking it, and it makes me run me home.
I am a
My friend.
Githyanki, already the gnome. Do you know of my people?
Do any of us know what a Githyanki is?
Is that even a roll for us? Or
So
no?
you can roll a history, Artie, and
Mhm.
Tess can roll a religion.
What about me?
I got a 12.
You don't know shit, Seeger.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
No,
Woof.
not- double twos, baby.
Woof,
Not really.
guys.
I don't.
Nothing, right?
Nothing.
No, not familiar. Are you?
That is not surprising. My people make their
Whoa.
home in the astral.
I was kind of rude.
Like-
I'm really smart.
Like the
Forgive
astral,
me.
the
I am
astral-
unfamiliar with your customs.
the astral plane.
Yes.
We can go there right now if you want.
You've been there.
All right.
Do you miss home?
Right. We shouldn't be dilly-dallying here. These are
Yes.
important questions we can ask later.
I'm sorry, we don't get to meet.
I will
People
continue
like
to follow you
murder.
if you don't mind.
So you're from the stars.
I just don't real. I mean, okay.
What is it
what do
you're
you want?
hoping to find?
Well, I'm not sure. I am sent here to find what has disturbed the flow
Right, of causality and whatever the fuck that means.
of time.
You good
I know what
fighter?
that word means.
We might get into some shit soon if you're gonna follow. I just thought I'd at least give you a heads up.
I have
Right,
a question.
I'll look her up and down. Do I see a weapon on her?
Nope.
But as a fighter, like she looks like she's ready to fucking throw hands at any moment.
Ripped.
So
Well,
if you're here to if you're here to investigate the flow of time,
Hmm.
it is strange that when Velen had that little blip, it didn't feel like long to any of us. It was just a second, right?
Did you experience it differently, Asmar? I'm sorry, I do not know your name.
It's Velen. Hi. I did just sort of jump into oversharing details about my weird flash of energy without telling you who I was.
I
No,
appreciate
it wasn't long. It was just. I mean, you used the word disturbing. It was disturbing. I think it was like it was like all of the color was leached out of the world.
Ah,
right, that means something to you?
well, there are several planes.
Artie thinks it was the Shadowfell.
That is one.
Yeah. Got really sad and depressed after it for like a little bit.
But you did not go to this plane.
No, I've
Did
never
you-
been there that I know of, except that I guess what I experienced was like what it feels like to be there. That's what I was told.
It's like it came to her.
As they add this context, Cauldron, with your 16 in history, you believe, based on what they're saying, it is likely that this person encountered an extraplanar being.
Perhaps what you experienced was not the Shadowfell itself, but the passage of a creature from the plane that carries its essence.
I mean, I can't say that didn't happen, but there wasn't anything that I observed.
Well,
So it would have been invisible, or
there are many
Would they be on, like,
creatures that can be invisible.
Like a different
That's
frequency
true.
compared to our
Um,
dimension.
why me though? Didn't touch anyone else. I mean, in our group, I could have. For all I know,
You
there
are-
was.
Well, if it just
celestial
passed-
being.
That's true.
What, Artie?
I
That's
said
me
you are
asking.
a celestial being.
Indeed,
Well-
perhaps you are sensitive to such things. Or perhaps your friends were distracted and you were not.
It's usually the case.
I guess that's possible.
Typically, an extraplanar being does not reach out to someone of the prime material unless they are called somehow.
Would you have had any connection to such a being? Usually these things don't happen without some sort of previous contamination or interaction.
Velen looks confused.
Perhaps
So does Cal.
you have been
Are any-
cursed or
Speaker is
Possessed?
checked out of this
At some point?
conversation.
I definitely got cursed once.
We
I
have been
mean,
dealing with
I don't know if it had anything to do with the Shadowfell, though. I mean, I don't know that it didn't.
Oh.
We threw the
That
sword
is-
off a cliff.
it.
Well, someone did. I didn't.
you threw a cursed sword off of a cliff?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You
Yes,
know,
that
like you
makes
do.
sense with what I've
It
seen
was
of you.
the it was from the champion of Sarah.
The champion of
Oh.
Sarah.
All right, you know his name?
Her.
Her
Her.
name? It's
Don't
their name?
just-
The
Don't just
champion?
assume it was a man because it was
Right.
We have not met.
okay?
Oh, sorry.
There's a lot of women champion. Okay.
The champion of
do we
Saren was
remember-
male.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No, it's a guy. I'm just kidding.
I thought Cauldron was a misunderstanding.
Oh,
No.
Do we
the
remember
DM
the name?
misunderstood. No.
I don't
You
know.
didn't have a
Does anybody-
conversation with him.
I don't think
No,
we
I
knew the name of
don't.
the
I
guy.
don't. I don't think we ever got his name.
no,
But I-
we were
that-
early on.
Here.
No, it was a ways away from here. And the incident where I had this episode was also it was a ways away from here, but also a ways away from where we threw the sword off a cliff.
Was it the
And-
Nightmare God?
And it was several months ago. No, I don't think so.
No.
But it was
I mean, it
kind
could
of
have
near,
been, but
but it
Just
was
name it
kind
all
of
the
near a
gods.
portal, though, wasn't it?
was it?
Didn't we meet Neo that day? He came through some strange other place.
He came
Yeah,
from a
but-
portal from the Feywild.
Is he
That's not
important?
the
or what?
That's not the Shadowfell.
He followed us too. We got a lot of people that
I have
follow
never
us
heard
from
of him.
different planes.
May I ask what you are doing in these woods?
Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Insight check.
Yeah, I would also like to do that.
I wasn't gonna inside check. I was just gonna ask her.
God damn, I'm rolling as bad as Simic.
Good. Fucking karma. What you get for talking shit?
Cauldron, roll the appropriate roll.
No.
I'm not rolling, so
Wait, I don't. Okay. I mean, if she's
can
not
always-
lying,
It would
persuasion?
be persuasion, yeah.
All right,
I
guys.
do
You get
actually keep a secret.
well, Well, I rolled a 19, so that makes it a 17.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, you're not charismatic.
No,
at
she
all.
sure fucking isn't.
I
God
feel like
damn.
he is.
Couldn't you tell?
No.
With your insight rolls, Cauldron seems like she can keep a secret.
Right, alright, if you want to, but this falls on you.
Okay. Well, we're on a secret
what?
mission right now. We're doing some recon. But we should probably get out of this little path because this is, as I look down at,
It's
like,
not a
do
path.
I still see? Oh, we're just in the woods.
You are.
Well,
Do I
you're
still
led
see
you
the-
off road.
We've been off road.
I know, but aren't we following like the foot trails?
You're
Yeah,
following
they just cut through.
where they just blasted their way through underbrush. It's
Okay.
not a road, like,
Mhm.
and it's clear.
I thought we were just following like footpaths, like not actual footpaths, like footsteps in the mud.
Not
Stuff.
quite.
I gather you're looking for something or someone.
You
Yeah.
can see there are places where trees had their limbs hacked away so that someone could trailblaze through here. But it is not an established path at all.
There's a group of vampire hunters that are nested in these woods, and we were going to investigate what they're doing.
I was kind
Ah.
of beating around the bush there, but we're going forward. Okay.
I mean, what did I say that wasn't? I didn't think that was particularly indiscreet.
I was not discreet at all. Okay, so are you with us? I mean, if you said you're following us, are you just gonna stay like in the
Yes.
back, like 50 feet away? Are you gonna hang out with us?
Would you prefer that?
No.
Wait, what?
Then I will walk with you, I suppose.
You look more than
Alright.
capable. And I really like your ears. They remind me of my friend.
This whole conversation, Seeker's just
Thank
been
you.
breaking up that goblin mail into little chunks he can feed his little man.
Okay. You do that. It's simple. The goblin mail is already rusty. It pulls apart real easy.
I hear
Stop.
Bash.
Pretty much what we're doing. I'm just like bringing it close for whisper. We kind of get these people stole something that we need to get back. But it's like big camp, like 30 or 40 of them. So we don't really want to go bashing in. We're trying to get some info and see what we can do to get it back.
I think if
Game.
they're alerted to your approach, it will not be my doing.
Okay. Yeah.
That
no, it
seems
probably would.
very likely.
That much is apparent.
So have you just been following us, or have you been like to this part of the woods before? Because that'd be really useful.
No, I only just arrived in this this morning.
Ah.
In this
Alright,
case,
did you say
when-
when?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna need to make sure you're not full of it, and what do you use for a weapon?
Full of what? You think she's lying?
Right, no, but I want to make sure she can fight.
Are you gonna
Would
attack
you like
her?
to fight me?
No, I just, what do you use for a weapon?
She holds up her hands.
Alright, okay. Punch me, go ahead.
Why would I
sure
punch
you want to do that?
Right, yes, I'm sure. Just do it. Punch me.
We're literally on a recon mission. I feel like this isn't how we're supposed to recon. Guys, we should have just done the infiltration thing. I think we would have better chances.
Right, well,
This isn't good.
Okay. Cauldron walks up and will. She can't punch him in the face without jumping, so she's gonna fucking sock him right in the gut.
Yes.
Like a palm strike. Just poof, go ahead and roll an attack.
You rupture his intestines. and he
She's-
Right.
No,
dies.
I
she's not
just
gonna do that.
die.
Stunning
Just
strike.
immediately die.
Wait, if the fist, you will
That's a
die in 30 days.
27.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
Roll damage.
Amazing.
That's 10 damage. With
Your
an
fists are
unarmed strike.
magical, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
So,
Yeah, they are, buddy.
So-
This hurts.
Does
Yeah,
this hurt? Hold on, cause I gotta read this.
It's
I'm
halved.
not too sure. Yeah, so it's halved. Okay, I take
Mhm.
5.
Her fists are magical, so why would it be halved?
because
He is
he's
a
resistant.
lycanthrope. He's a lycanthrope.
To magic damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when you're not in? Oh, you get that even when you're not in
Yeah.
the form?
Yes.
Okay.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
want to be a lycanthrope too.
No,
That's
you
why
don't.
it's sick.
So it's
Except you can
halved.
lose your fucking mind at any given moment. So that's kind of
Stunning strike. No, I'm just kidding.
It also doesn't break the threshold, right? With 5? Or is that
Your
only with
threshold is
non-silvers?
only for non-magic.
It's only for non-magic, so
Oh,
you
okay,
can take
okay.
5.
You
take
feel
5.
it. It hurts.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no, you're good. Let's go. And he'll just turn around and, like, you know how you get hit in the solar plexus and you just lose your breath? He goes, yep, let's go. All right.
Cauldron is not laughing, but I.
You can have a point of inspiration for that, Simic.
Do you... Just a glutton for punishment, aren't you, Seeker?
No,
So,
Do you like punishment?
no, I don't. Just gotta make sure, you know.
he's into that kind of stuff.
Oh, I will fucking kick you.
Don't do that
As soon as you
really
can breathe.
Right. All right. No, I'm all right. Let's go.
Okay.
She puts her hood back up because.
Yep. Let's
Just fucking
let's
get
get
the
back. Let's get back into the game plan of this. I think if we think we're starting to get close, I can turn one person invisible to kind of scout ahead, and then I have another trick that we can do to kind of set up shop and post up.
It is
But only one.
it is as Artie is saying this,
Hmm.
that Claudia, you suddenly smell a new smell. You smell what smells like mildew and really thick wool.
I would dog alert and like point in that direction.
What you smell, girl? What you smell?
Roll
Mildew?
perception.
What am I rolling?
Not
With
you.
advantage?
So
Oh.
you've detected
Yes.
this.
I'm pointing. I'm alerted.
Everybody who's paying attention to the pointer, please roll me perception.
I don't know.
Holy shit! I rolled good.
Yay. Good job, Smick.
Yay.
You hear footsteps pushing through the brush of what sounds like 3 or 4 individuals. They are not heading directly toward you. They are moving perpendicular to your path. But with a 22 in perception test, you are aware they are about 90 feet away. And they're not moving quickly. They're not in a hurried pace. That's what you detected.
I'll relay that very softly to everybody.
That's gonna do that thing that makes us quiet.
I mean,
Sure can.
if that's a group of our friends,
Can we tell
That-
how many there are?
it might just be what it's just
You
what the
read
doctor ordered.
4 or 5. You're not sure.
We can take that many.
Yeah.
We could try to ambush them.
It's if
I'll
we're
pass.
on recon and they are looking for people that are missing, that is not the way you get information without setting them on alert.
That's a good point.
This one is sensible.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It was beat into me at a young age. And he like crouches down.
As it must be. And she will hide behind a tree.
What?
I'll cast pass without a trace on all of us.
Oh, good.
good.
Everyone
I'm gonna
roll-
need it.
Everyone roll
And-
stealth plus 10.
And I'm giving blessing of the trickster to Speaker.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Boy, I needed that.
Yeah, I did 2 for
28.
once. Oh, it didn't go through. Okay.
It did.
23.
Oh, never mind. It didn't. Wait.
There it is.
It's,
25.
the foundry has to catch up to all the dice just all over the table. So just give it a minute.
35 stealth? Okay.
Cal rolled a 15 base at disadvantage. Look at this guy.
Good job,
Very
Cali
good.
boy.
He did it. I'm so proud of him. Okay.
Very good.
I got a 20 if we're adding
I got
10.
a 21.
Yeah.
You are adding 10, yes.
We're adding 10.
Okay.
35.
Thank
tested
God for that pass
shadow.
without a trace.
I had in the bush.
I rolled. Shit.
If
Okay,
I didn't have
so-
advantage, I would roll a 4.
Please describe how all of you hide.
I go in the bush.
Okay.
Seeker climbed a tree.
Roll athletics.
I mean, Velen is going to hide
Oh.
behind a tree without climbing one because we've
Okay.
seen what happens when Velen climbs trees.
So we
24.
have. Okay. You do climb a tree, and you do it quietly somehow.
That's what I was tricks.
Tess is gonna crouch.
It's magic.
Tess is gonna crouch in some brush, but use her kind of changeling features and her glamour weave to sort of like camouflage with the brush.
Okay.
You are a bush now.
Cauldron uses some of her very fast movement speed to kind of get some distance from everybody else, and then she also hides behind a bush a little bit, or a tree, not a bush.
Okay. Claudia, how do you hide?
Duck low, brush, ferns, leafy greens.
Slut drop.
Claudia, as
I don't
you...
have bright red hair anymore, so
It's true. Claudia, as you've ducked down, you hear, we could always get them a little closer. Try our luck.
for you.
Unless you wanted a drink.
I'm fighting them, they're gonna get close anyways.
Very well,
Patience is a virtue, some might say.
says idiots.
Didn't he already eat today?
Oh boy.
What
Oh,
day?
wait.
No, he did eat today. He still fuck with them. For funsies.
I am going to cast
He could still have a drink.
message
Just kidding.
Mhm.
in their direction.
Oh boy, alright.
Okay, great.
And I'm
What
not-
are you saying?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to leave the channel open.
Oh.
Do that?
Yeah, he learned that from Echo.
I did.
Echo
I
like
did
it.
that
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
If Echo used it once, I'm gonna assume he's gonna okay it. For
It's
the-
fine. So you cast message. The message you send is nothing.
Mhm.
And you hear in return, suddenly, like a voice cuts in. Hey, Emily, what is going on over there?
You got some crazy stuff going on over there.
Sorry,
Cat business.
cat stuff.
It's okay.
Catting around.
It just sounded like you were like sifting through Legos. Okay. You suddenly hear. It's like in the middle of a sentence. You believe the sort of detritus we're finding out here? What I'd give for a proper room. That's what you hear.
Keep casting
Perfect.
it.
No, I'm not going to do that to Echo.
You want to keep casting it? You
I
can.
mean, I would definitely try to get as much info as I can off it.
Okay. At the first two casts you send, you basically just get that they are complaining. The third
Yeah.
cast you send, you hear is, what? Why can't you hear me? Because when you cast message,
He says it into my head.
yeah, it goes to you, not to the person he's talking to.
So he just opens his mouth and says,
Just complaining. Not giving me any good information.
we could get closer.
Can't find good help anywhere.
As this group is moving, and all of you have taken stealth, they are moving to the point where they could very well see you. And so, your
Rolled
worst
so good.
stealth was, I think, a 20.
Yeah. I rolled a
Which
10.
is still really good. Hold on.
Our monk had the worst stealth. The +8.
That's super rare for you guys.
Yeah.
No fucking chance. They rolled a 5. So they actually...
She would literally just step out and do the same speech.
Hello,
I've been
I'm
following you guys. Causality.
The closest they get is 40 feet. And Seeker, you see them the best. And as they're getting across and you're perched up in the tree, the path without trace is basically encapsulating you, making you blend in with the tree around you. You can clearly see them as they're walking. Please roll me a perception check to see how much you can pick up.
Oh,
Is that everyone or just Seeker?
Just Seeker, because Seeker's up in a tree.
14.
You catch everything. They're not being very quiet. They figure that they're safe out here, you gather.
Idiots.
Idiots.
You do hear complaining. Artie was right about that. You also hear one of them is very confused and is like looking around. He keeps on saying stuff like, I don't know why you couldn't enter me. I was just talking right to you. And then the other one says, Well, I don't. It's not my problem. I mean, speak up. Maybe you had something in your throat. It's, what do you want me to do about it?
What kind of like outfits are these people wearing? Are they like battle ready? Are they like hunters?
Okay,
They have
so
big emblems on their chest, hopefully.
so roll me an investigation check.
Oh fuck!
Seeker is so
We
smart.
got this.
It's not a high DC.
14.
Okay.
I almost rolled
job.
that 20.
One moment. You see that each of them is wearing like a very long coat. The coats are in different measures of wear. Some of them look in better shape than others. Some of them look like the coats are like stitched together, and it's clear that they've seen combat. You can see that there are hints of armor beneath the coats, probably a breastplate. You also catch each of them has on their hip several weapons. On their belts, you catch, firstly, a pistol. Then you catch a crossbow that is not... It's like a hand crossbow. And you see it's not like a typical hand crossbow. You see that it's not loaded with a bolt. You see that the crossbows look reinforced, and they are loaded with a whole-ass wooden stake.
Oh,
I kind of look down to the group and I do like the fingers to the eyes on them, and then I make a cross with my fingers.
like that?
Like,
Jesus
Yeah.
doesn't exist in this world, so...
okay, forget that. I make the stabbing motion like you're gonna stab someone through the heart.
You try and
Instead of-
convey plunge to them.
Insight. Can I roll
Yeah.
insight?
Roll an insight,
about that?
and Seeker, roll me just a straight charisma roll to see how well you can get this
At
across.
least she's.
Let's go. He wants us to attack. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I rolled a 10. Oh, Seeker!
With
I
an,
think he wants us to attack.
with an 8, the DC is a 12 to understand what he's saying.
Oh boy.
Tess,
I mean,
you
that's-
know exactly what he's saying. He's saying the plunge. He spotted the plunge.
How close? How close? I'm gonna try to spread that. How close is Artie to me?
Probably right there.
So
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna
next
I'm
push
gonna
over.
look at I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna look at you, mouth plunge, so you can message it to people.
Artie wasn't really paying attention, so he didn't even see Seeker make any gestures. That's why I didn't roll. So I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, but it's Tess will alert you.
Claudia, you with a 10 on insight, that's not bad enough that you think he wants you to go roaring out of the bushes. But you think
Um,
like he's gonna fall out of the tree.
oh,
But you don't see how. He looks
try to
secure.
catch him.
Like you think he's probably gonna be fine. He's just scared or nervous, like he's gonna slip out.
Weird.
God damn it.
Claudia must calm down, Seeker.
You just
He's taking
Gross.
Ori leaving
Fuck.
so hard.
face palms.
Okay, so as they proceed onward, with your good perception roll, or investigation roll, you also catch that each of them has a bladed weapon at their hip. Some of them have rapiers, some of them have long swords, some of them have short swords.
They gotta die. That's my dark side speaking.
With that high investigation, you also note that those weapons look remarkably shiny for how dirty
Oh.
they are.
I look to the group and I kind of like shrug my shoulders like, fuck you want me to do? Like,
So he's shrug handsing at us. Is that what's happening right now?
I guess he just went.
I'm gonna cast message to Seeker. What do you want? Do you want us to attack him? What's the deal?
what do you want to do?
I want to get information.
I can cause a little bit of chaos and let them fight themselves for a minute.
Oh, you're pulling a Doug. Okay.
What?
What?
Wasn't that the guard's name, Doug?
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh,
Folded a
It was.
Doug.
no.
You're a sick fuck. I like it.
Alright, you like so do it then.
Yes.
All right, I
People
cast
just
Crown
do
of
it.
Madness on one of them.
Just do it.
Okay.
It's 120
How far away
foot
are these
range.
guys?
It's like 40 feet.
Do they need to hear you?
You can see within range. Must make a Wisdom saving throw or become charmed. Nope, they do not have to hear me or see me. I just have to see them.
Okay. You cast Crown of Madness on one.
Pick one.
Yeah.
I love it.
Which it doesn't
The
really
one with
matter.
the pistol.
They all have a pistol.
They all have this. Do the
Oh.
one that was confused by Artie, because it'll be funny.
Yeah, the one that was confused
Yeah.
by Artie.
Okay, what's the save?
It's a Wisdom save of 16.
Okay. He rolled a natural 19 for a 22.
I'm gonna give him a reroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
I don't
my
have one.
inspiration you just
Okay.
gave me to reroll.
Okay.
I think I have some.
That became a 15.
Yes. Chaos.
So suddenly you watch as this plunge agent just stops, and you watch as the hat that he's wearing, it's like a winter hat that's very wide. Suddenly a crown seems to sprout out of it. And the guy he was talking to says, Matthew? What's...
So can all of us see that?
No.
Okay.
Only Seeker can see what happens, but all of you can
Okay.
suddenly hear the as a pistol is fired.
What the fuck?
I need to roll some dice. Okay.
I would like to do something.
What would you like to do?
I am going to take out my rope. I'm going to cut like 10 feet of it out, and I'm going to cast Rope Trick behind, like, kind of a little bit off. Like, not like right, yeah, I guess. Yeah, 10 feet up, so it's just a quick little climb.
Sure.
Casting Rope Trick.
You cast rope trick. You do that.
And I'm going to go up the rope.
Okay. Everyone who can see Artie watches as he suddenly just shimmies up a rope and vanishes.
What the fuck is happening right now?
I'm up the rope.
Seeker, you watch as the one you just crowned turns to the one he was talking to and just levels his pistol at his chest and fires. And immediately the others draw weapons and they start trying to restrain him and also attack him. The one he shot in the chest has like fallen down and is like scrabbling to try and get back up on his feet. That's all happened just in that one moment that happened. Can you post Crown of Madness in the chat just so I know what you just did? Because I have an idea, but I need to know the specifics. Thank you very much.
Yep.
As I do go up the rope, I say, like, quietly, like, everybody follow me.
Okay. As he's finished making that attack, and he slashed at another one with his sword, he's going to make another wisdom save. That's an 11. So you watch as this turns into a melee, as he is mad and attacking his allies, and they're wailing on him, trying to get him to stop, and failing. So
After
You will have a
the
little
second, after the maybe the third turn, I'll drop it on him.
okay, hold on. We'll get there.
Okay.
Artie has climbed up into a rope trick. What is everybody else doing?
I told everybody to follow me, and
How?
nobody. As I'm going up, I go, follow me.
Right, but are you doing that out loud? Like we were separated. We were.
You're not
stealthing.
that separated. You're not
We're
that separated.
like
The
a
only
bush
ones-
here, a bush here, a tree here.
The only one
Okay.
who's separated that much is Cauldron,
Cauldron. Okay.
because she described running a distance away.
Shh! And I poke my little head out the extra dimensional door. Come on. Oh.
You see,
Okay.
all of you see that. Cauldron, roll me perception.
I think with the gunshot, anyway, Cauldron is coming closer to figure out what's going on. I only rolled a 11. I'm rolling terrible too.
Yeah, you do not
Hey,
hear.
it's a curse.
You do not hear Artie say that.
No, I'm just trying to see what's happening.
Yeah, there was a gunshot. You're aware of that. You see there is now a melee going on about maybe 40 feet away from you in the middle of the brush. With that 11, nah, you just can't see your allies. You don't know where they are specifically.
That's cool. I'm just watching what's happening.
Sure.
Whoa, weird.
A
Claudia.
disturbance.
Yeah, there's one. Claudia, what are you doing?
I think she's gonna get up the tree to where Seeker is and be like, what are we doing?
Alright, he told me to do
Do
it.
I have to roll to get up there?
You do. I need an
Yeah.
athletics.
Luckily, I'm okay.
And I'm going to
at
need
that.
you to roll me another stealth.
I rolled a 20 for athletics.
Okay,
Do I
you
still have
climb
pass
the
by that
tree.
trace?
Yep.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Great. Really? Well, that's a natural one.
Ooh, somebody have an inspo?
Not me.
The total is a 15. Because
Oh. Woo!
this is
Oh,
not...
yeah.
Right, you don't fail. You can't crit fail ability checks.
No.
So, 15, I'm assuming they're a little distracted, so she'll perch on the branch next to him and be like, are we knocking them out? Are we taking prisoners? Are you just being a dick?
Alright, well, Artie told me to do it
Yes.
to cause some confusion, so I'm not really sure.
Alright, so my my rope is right next to the tree you guys are in. I will pop my head out and I need a distraction to get up in here. Through message to Seeker. I need a distraction so we can get up here and see where they come from. Come in.
We knew
I
where
said
they
that
were
to
coming
Seeker.
from.
I want to see where they're like a group comes. There's gunshots. This is just heat of the moment. Okay, do what you want. I wanted
Okay,
to get in a rope
well-
trick so we can scout out, but they kind of fucking crouched up on us while we were doing this.
I could have just
So-
walked by. But the point is, Claudia's in the tree. That was my turn, so next turn.
Okay. Tess, what are you doing?
It's a good question.
You're muted. Oh, is Tess on the phone? No.
Yeah,
can't hear you,
I'm not
Tess.
getting any sound.
Oh. Okay, her mic isn't working, I guess.
We'll come back to Tess in a moment. Sal, what are you doing?
I guess Velena's gonna climb up the rope and go, Artie, what the fuck are we doing? Because she doesn't know, but he told her to climb up the rope, so she'll climb up the rope.
You get
For
in
the
the
fun.
rope trick. You are in a little pocket that with a little hole in the middle that you can see, like the forest floor through it.
3 by 5 foot window.
Okay.
a big
That's
old
what it
window.
is.
Guys are like,
Testing, and I'll say it's a villain.
oh,
It's
maybe.
a test to see where they're coming from. If there's something like noise, how many people are going to come from the camp. You know what I mean? We need information.
Didn't we
We
just
could
have this
just-
whole conversation before this started about like not alerting them that there's something weird happening, and now we've created a situation where something weird is happening?
In my little house, they can't see us.
Oops. Okay, fine, whatever. It's done is done. I don't really understand what we're doing though.
You know what? Neither do I.
Oh boy.
Is that what you wanted to hear, fella? Does that make you happy? Is this just shit on Artie Day? Don't give me my crafting materials. You know.
You
Shit on
just
my
refer to a
plan.
living animal as your
Listen to
crafting
me.
materials.
Oh no.
What? Hey, are you upset right now?
Yes.
This
Do
is
we need to
not
talk about
happening.
this? Are you okay?
Yes. Ori left us.
Okay. Come here.
And I
I'm gonna hug you
Don't
in
know
this
how to
rope
process
trick.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug you in this
The
rope trick
grief
right
of
now.
losing another one.
As you hug Artie, Tess climbs through the hole and appears
Okay.
in the rope trick.
Probably just hugs too.
No
Oh no,
context.
I guess we're hugging.
Okay.
Okay, we're hugging.
Like what's
Cauldron.
happening? I don't know.
What are you doing as this fight breaks out?
Something
Um,
more sensible.
Well, yeah, Cauldron is gonna kind of skirt around this fight. I assume she saw people climb up a rope. She's like, that's interesting. People are in a tree. She wants to know what's going on and heard them talking about recon, so she's gonna try to do that.
Okay.
So they came perpendicular to our path, right? And then
Correct. From your
Okay.
right, basically from east of where
Mhm.
you are.
Okay, so she's going to move westish. You know what I mean? Like in their projected path that they were going.
Sure.
East.
Just still sneaking. She's not.
Roll me another
Jesus.
stealth and a perception.
Okay. So for
What's your
stealth,
movement speed? Are you
like
60
45.
movement?
Uh,
Okay.
so that's a 30
30?
for stealth
Yeah. Okay.
and perception.
We don't even know where she is.
19.
All right. You hear the confused arguing and the clatter of steel on metal. As that fight is going on, ahead of you, as you've gotten ahead of the direction they were moving, you hear rushed footsteps pushing through the trees behind you.
Mm.
All right.
Tess, we heard you.
Yeah. The
Well,
lichens are in a tree.
that's where you are at this
That's
moment. Claudia and Seeker, you're both in this tree now. Tess, you're in the rope trick. Claudia, what are you doing?
Panicking.
On my
Great.
turn, I'm gonna choose no target, so he goes back to normal until I choose a different target.
But he still has the crown.
Still sure
Yes.
does.
But he
Okay.
just stops, attacking.
Yeah, he goes back to his normal self.
He's prone at the moment.
Beat the shit out of him.
Claudia, you're just panicking. You're skipping your turn, or
Do I... Can I dive into the hole from here?
it?
I mean,
Not
my-
really. You can't go into it from above. You have to
That'd
go
be
up the rope.
like shit, though.
So what would
Guys,
happen
right,
is
Grab the
it's
rope.
like right next to it. Yeah.
it would.
Is...
It's a one-way door, so you have to go.
So, can I
up.
see the hole? Like, is Rope Trick a purely hidden entrance, or
It's
is there
completely hidden. You just see a rope end.
So
below
the
you.
rope disappears unless
You can
I
pull the
pop
rope
my
up.
head up.
You can pull the
Yeah.
rope up to make it disappear, but until you do, it is visibly hanging there.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, Claudia grabs Seeker's sleeve, tugs, and says, "Come on, stupid!" She jumps down, and she's gonna go up the rope.
This motherfucker.
Okay, so do you pull Seeker out of the tree?
I don't pull him out of the tree. She tugs him, as in, like, let's go, and then lets go of
Okay.
him and jumps down. I'm not gonna, like, make him biff on the
That would be very
floor.
funny if you did, but all right. So,
It would be, but we're trying to be subtle for some reason.
all right. So roll me another stealth as you climb back down the tree and then up the rope into the rope trick.
24.
Okay.
Seeker follows.
Okay. Rope trick is a pocket dimension. I need
Cozy
to.
in here.
I need to figure out if
If-
Crown of Madness,
As long as I can see them, it works.
but you'll be in a rope trick, which you
And
won't
will
be
I
able to
not
see
be able to see them? Well, he would know
You
that.
can't see
and
out of
he
the
would
hole?
not.
You cannot move the window to look out over this fight. It just looks straight down where the rope was
Yeah.
hanging.
I'm sure Seeker would know that. If he couldn't see them, then it wouldn't work. So he wouldn't actually follow them.
Okay, well,
Okay, so you stay in the tree.
Stays in the
Krista
tree.
makes fifth character.
All right, so Jesus Christ.
Attacks and spells can't cross through the entrance and into or out of the extra dimensional
Does that mean
space,
I
but
didn't
those
get-
inside
Pass without
Can-
a trace.
No rush, no rush.
She wasn't
Those
there
in-
yet.
She wasn't in the rope
He-
trick when
he
she
wasn't in
cast
the rope
Pass
trick
Without a
yet.
Trace.
those inside can see out of it as if there was a 3x4 window centered on the rope.
So we can see
straight
straight
down.
I didn't think that through.
So we
I
can
read-
hear them,
I read 3x5 window and I'm like,
and you're
yeah.
like, "Yep, check."
Artie would do the same thing when
It's
making
Artie's
the
first
spell,
time using
so-
it, right?
Yeah, just
Makes
just
perfect
need it,
sense to
guys. Cut
me.
some slack, okay? Gotta put a window in it next time.
So Claudia appears in the rope trick.
Some shit out there.
Yeah,
What is happening?
What happened?
I don't know. I didn't make the
All right,
decisions.
Seeker, I need to make another wisdom save. As you watch, he just stops resisting all of a sudden. He says,
Stop resisting,
"I don't know what just happened. I hurt everywhere." As
poor guy.
Hold on.
They're gonna think he's crazy.
He rolled a natural
They can all-
7.
They can
They
all
see the crown. Yeah, they
That's
see
true.
it. They are aware something is happening. They don't know for certain what it is. But Seeker, you hear them spitting curse words about vampires as they are trying to
Racist.
restrain their friend. He's pinned to the ground. They are successfully restraining him, and at the end of his turn,
Can we hear them cursing about vampires from inside the rope trick?
I think so.
Yes, we can
It just
hear you.
says attacks and spells can't cross through the entrance. It doesn't say anything else. It says you can see out.
So I don't know why we couldn't hear.
I don't see why they couldn't hear you then.
We were whispering.
I'm whispering. This is a one-way streak, okay? I'm still working out the kinks on this spell.
You're doing
Cut me
great.
some slack.
Working out the kinks on this mission.
hold on. Let me read the spell rope trick.
You want me to post it?
Nah, I've got it up here. Hold on.
I could fit 8 medium creatures.
Okay, so you can see out of the window. I will
Later
say
in
that
life, can I make another window in this?
you can choose where the rope enters the rope trick.
Okay.
So the rope can go like up and then horizontally in, so you can.
Can
see
I say
out
I did
better.
that?
No.
You could spend an inspo on it.
Can I spend an inspo on it?
That is
Oh, he's
technically
having a rough
changing
It's
the
a reasonable
narrative.
retcon. It's
Roll
a reasonable
me a
retcon.
persuasion check.
Persuade the DM.
Yeah, I am.
Persuade the DM.
I got a 6.
Damn it. Can you
Can I
re-roll
spend
that?
inspiration?
No, you can't re-roll your DM re-roll.
So
You're good,
normally
don't
I
worry
would
about
allow an inspiration to change this sort of thing. However, we've
it. You're good.
worked with it long.
However,
be-
this is funnier.
It's been enough
It's okay.
rounds now, and also it is the first time you've cast this spell. It's the first time you've used this trick. You can use
That
this
makes
as a
sense.
learning experience in the future.
It
Yeah.
is funnier
No,
this way.
that's okay.
Can we hear out of it though?
I will say that sound is diminished whilst you are within the rope trick. It is as
Can I
though
roll
it
a-
is.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I can understand what they're saying?
Sure.
Luckily, Seeker stayed outside.
Yeah.
I just want to know if Velen can have this really
I-
stupid idea she just got.
Ooh. I can roll perception too to see if I can like read their lips or some shit because of a
You
very-
cannot
That's
see
a
them.
really dumb idea too.
Oh,
You
okay.
Yeah,
technically
because-
can stick your head out the hole, but
Yeah.
then they just see a
Velen with a
floating head.
23, you can hear them.
You guys have got a really stupid idea.
Okay.
Well, it seems to be the word of the day. Let's go.
Seeker,
Keep
what are
shitting
you-
on me, Claudia.
Hold on. Seeker, what are you doing?
Boy, I just got a really dumb idea too.
Great. Can't wait.
Great. Do it.
So I wanna pitch this over the table before I do this. Is
It
that
can't
okay?
be worse than the terrorism.
he was involved in
I
that too.
think you should just do it.
He just did some terrorism.
Yeah, I think you should just do it, Simic.
So it could cost me a character if it fails.
Yeah, but like,
Again?
what is that to you?
Oh yeah.
I like Seeker.
I do too.
I liked
Bring
all
it
of
back.
them.
As long as we're
I
talking
will-
over the table, should I
before-
tell you my stupid idea?
I want to
Yes.
hear a stupid
Yeah.
idea. Somebody
Let's-
go.
Give
So
me the
my stupid idea is to jump down and approach, pretending I was hunting a vampire who was attacking people, and pretend to cast paladin shit on him and drop the spell.
Yeah.
Like I
That's
fixed it.
not a
love that.
stupid idea.
I was
really
thinking that I would pretend that I would
could-
get out of the rope trick and
You could
pretend
both
that
do that.
since they think a vampire is causing this, that I could be running away from one.
It's funny you say
You're
this because
both
I was gonna
hot as
stick my
fuck.
head
You're gonna-
out.
No, not that
I was-
one. The other two, good ideas.
I was gonna stick my head out and cast message and pretend to be a vampire in that guy's head. But I was gonna say something
Like,
stupid like I want to suck your
noon?
blood.
Right now, suck your blood.
Yeah, it is. It's daytime.
Okay, well.
It's about 1 in the afternoon.
Vampires can go on the day.
They sure can.
Yeah.
I think you guys should go for it. You're both very persuading.
Yeah,
Right.
do some shit.
Just too hot.
Not
right
you,
now.
Artie. Not you, Artie. The paladin and the bard only.
That was just that was Velen's stupid idea that she was gonna pick.
This might be our end.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Own
Sure, I'll jump out
We
of the
could both,
tree.
yeah, we could both do it.
Yeah,
And
okay,
you were
let's
both
do it.
thinking it separately, so
Yeah,
it,
we were
like
both
you're both
thinking
just like,
it.
oh. So
Oh,
think
no.
on your feet, like, oh, we're a married couple and traveling
Okay,
together.
so
Oh.
for
You
the
love
sake
fake
of
marriage,
this,
don't you?
I do.
hold on.
This is either going to be really great or really bad.
Or both.
I'm here for it.
And they're about 40 feet away, right?
Approximately.
Okay.
Can we do, since Velen was the one who rolled the perception check for inside, can the rest of us do that so we're sure if we can or can't hear our friends while they negotiate with these terrorists?
I'm sorry, ask me that again?
And the people in the rope trick also do perception to see if we can hear what's going to
Claudia.
go forward.
Anybody
wanna
who
be in-
wants to can make a perception check from within the rope trick.
Claudia, do
Cauldron,
you want to be?
Yeah.
you can just see and hear this going on.
Uh-huh.
What were you going to say, Artie?
Yes.
Claudia, do you want to be invisible?
Yeah.
Okay. Invisibility.
Is rope trick concentration?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Just says 1 hour.
That would be hilarious, though.
I
that would
checked
be
before
fun.
I said that.
Yeah. Cast invisibility, we both just like get ejected from the rope. Like,
I'm still working on it, guys.
Claudia and Tess, you can both hear what's going on.
Claudia is going to get out of the rope trick.
Yeah, you're invisible. Go
She's
have fun.
invisible
Let us
now.
know what's going on.
Tess, you can hear.
yes.
Claudia,
What a
roll me
clusterfuck. Let's
stealth at advantage.
go. Yeah.
Not plus 10 because Tess is in the thingy-majig. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Watching be amazed as I gimp myself. I rolled a 15 total.
Okay.
Okay, so I also have to climb down out of the rope trick, and not eat shit.
I made
It's
it
10
shoot
feet, and there's a
super
rope.
short.
It's a rope.
Yeah.
You don't really.
Okay.
It's a clean rope. It's not rainy. You don't really have to
Okay.
roll anything. You climb out
Alright.
of the rope trick.
I cast
Uh,
grease on the rope. No.
Oh my god.
That would be. And
Hilarious.
fucking Claudia appears. No. Seeker, you climb out of the tree. Velen, you climb out of the rope trick. Without communicating, you two both.
No, we have not communicated this to each other at
Uh-huh.
all, I don't think. because
It's
there's
very
absolutely
funny
no way
that you
for us
both
to
had
do
a
that.
similar idea.
Yep.
Um,
I need both of you to roll me stealth, just to see who they see first. If they see you at all.
5.
See Seeker. Wow, guys.
Okay. Suddenly, one of the plunge agents looks at you, Seeker, as you've made a bunch of noise as you hop out of the tree, and he says, "You there! Halt!"
Yeah. No. Right.
He doesn't move towards you, because they're dealing with their friend who's currently
Right. I'm chasing the vampire that did that to your friend. I can fix him.
Velen was already like mentally preparing what she was like, what her lies were going to be, and she just kind of rapidly starts rewriting in her head, and like meanwhile is trying to ruffle herself up to make it look like she is disheveled and like she's been fleeing.
Roll me a deception, Seeker.
Oh,
But he can fix him.
I can't. I rolled a 10. Back.
Someone give that guy a
Good.
reroll.
I got
Reroll? Okay,
And then we
okay.
can push if we need to. It'll be even better if he fails.
21.
There you
21.
go.
Shut.
They seem, the one who's speaking to you seems suspicious. The one on the ground, does he do anything?
No. Yeah.
Just make him
He'll
froth
lash
a
out.
little.
Yeah. He'll lash out. He'll attack the closest. Try to attack the closest one.
He is restrained. Hold on.
The vampire's got him.
Suddenly, you watch as his hand, that's still gripping the hilt of his rapier, suddenly lurches forward, and he makes a wild stab at the one who's talking to you. The one who's talking to you manages to dodge backward just, and his coat, the rapier tip, just right through the side of the coat, and he just right. And he's like looking down at his friend, and he says, "If you can fix it, then fix it."
Right, I have to touch him. I'll put my hands up and walk towards him slowly.
Bella's gonna burst into the clearing at this point.
Okay.
And she's like panting really hard. I just managed to escape. They're back over that way.
Who the fuck are you? Where is all this coming from?
Who the fuck are you?
It's a vampire.
Roll me deception.
I love
At
this.
advantage because Seeker's already started this lie.
I'm having a great time, guys.
Not the plan that we
It's like a
expected,
Monty
but
Python
one we
sketch. I
have.
love it. Oh, good
27.
roll, Bella.
7, hell yeah.
She's sweaty. She's terrified.
She has
Her
like
bosom is heaving.
yeah, she's definitely adjusted her bosom for maximum heave.
Oh, thank God you're here.
Good fucking god. Okay. The one
Ellen.
plunge agent that is not in contact with their friend on the ground, he like pulls off his long coat and he approaches you and he says, "I'm so sorry to hear that. Here, wrap up. I can smell every bit of flesh around you." And he wraps the coat.
Velen artistically swoons a little into the coat.
Yes, Velen.
Fuck.
Yes, Velen.
Thank you so much. It was terrifying.
I know. There are real monsters out here. Them damn bloodsuckers. Why don't you come over here so we deal with this problem?
I
Cauldron,
would like to give you guys the.
you see all this happening, and you hear the others approaching. They're maybe 100 feet away, but you hear them crashing through the forest. They're reacting to a gunshot. What do you do as you see them blatantly lying?
What would I do?
It is pretty wild.
I think that she is just gonna take a few steps back out of the path so that like if these people keep crashing this way, they'll just go right in front of her and she's just watching.
Homer Simpson out of the path.
Yeah, she just kind of
Back
backs
to the
up.
bush.
She's just
Okay.
watching.
Melting into the bushes.
Roll me stealth.
Amazing.
I will give you advantage from the distraction.
I don't need it, I don't think.
That's a
That's
2.
a 10.
Well,
Yeah,
it's plus
way
10.
better.
26.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
not
it's not
because
plus
Tess is
10.
in the rope trick.
Oh, okay.
So,
So you
lucky
100% needed that.
So you roll the 26 on stealth. You vanish into the brush, just peering out and watching and listening as all this happens. Velen, you seem to have thoroughly convinced them, and Seeker, as a side effect, they allow you to approach and touch the fellow.
Right, so
and as you
what
do,
it looks like,
as you do, the one who's on the ground for a moment of lucidity, he says, "Please, the bloodsucker, get his leashes off of me. I can't
Right.
stop it."
I basically reach down and the tips of my fingers glow because I'm going to blow a second level spell slot on this to just pass it. I'm going to cast a lesser restoration on him.
Lesser
and drop
restoration.
Crown of
Okay.
Madness.
Restoration.
Sure. So Crown of Madness drops.
Like his gout feels better.
You fixed my knee. And the crown vanishes in wisps of smoke. And as it happens, all of the every plunge agent around is looking down at this man. And Matthew, are you back? I think so. Are you all right? I'm sorry. I just shot you. I didn't know what came over me. And he's, it's all right. I have a second lung. And he helps him up onto his feet, and they turn to you. Thank you, stranger.
It's the thrall. It can be so powerful.
You're welcome.
As that
Hunting this
happens,
bastard.
as that happens, You all suddenly hear the footsteps of 7 more plunge agents just appear.
It's a good thing we didn't pick a fight with them. They would have heard the gunshots.
Yeah.
They did hear the gunshot.
Yeah. But we would be in a
ones that they
completely
inevitably
different spot
spot
right
us.
now.
Yeah, yes, we would.
They cannot roll a perception high enough to see Cauldron. So Cauldron, you like the nearest one goes like 5
just love
feet
it. They just-
away from you. You see all of them. They're all well armed. As they appear, they're moving quickly, hands on weapons, and the one in the lead says, "What on earth happened here? Speak up before we..." And then he sees that, like, blood is pouring down one of their chests. There's 2 strangers, and the
One of
leader...
them has a heaving bosom.
It's covered with a coat.
She's shivering
Yeah.
in the man's arms. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she definitely is milking it a little bit. Yeah,
Uh,
just very dramatically clinging to her savior here.
your savior speaks up and says,
breathe about it.
"Apparently there's a running with a vampire out here as these 2 were dealing with it, and we got caught in the crossfire. Do you have any idea where they went?" He turns and looks at you, Seeker.
Right. I kind of just turn and point in the direction that she ran from.
Which
At the
was,
road trip.
where we are.
Well,
I pulled the rope up. They can't see
know.
us, and you're
Well,
invisible.
They can't see. Yeah, that's true. But I only rolled a 15 on myself. But go on.
You are invisible.
Yes, so
which
that
means
does help.
They are at disadvantage to perceive you.
Mhm.
which-
Buddy's just behind a tree listening.
Okay. There's like some quiet conversation amongst them as they're talking about it. And then they say, the one that was like the leader turns to you and he says, "Are you alright, ma'am?"
I think I will be now. I feel much safer.
Alright, you certainly are with us, especially against the bloodsuckers out here. Are either of you injured?
no,
And
I'm
then
alright.
Matthew says, little, and I'm not asking you, I can see that.
Poor Matthew.
I'll reach out and I'll pat Matthew on the shoulder and give him a cure wounds.
What a good guy.
Okay.
Oh damn! I gave him max.
Okay.
Never
Just
been healed
mixed
up.
signals all
You're
over. for
really
Seeker.
selling it.
Okay, you heal him for
Or he's
12.
with the plunge.
Yeah, he is secretly, that's Seeker's truth, is he's...
Secretly.
He's the
Oh,
seeker
man.
of vampires.
As Matthew, like, stands up, they're helping him up and you heal him. He just looks at you and he says, "Oi, thank you."
Right. I'm sorry you got caught in what started. What I started.
No, I appreciate you finishing and helping me out. I was worried my friends were going to be the death of me.
That does fucking suck. I've been on the other end of that once. It's not good.
Do you want to... And then the leader, who's the leader of this little group that's currently assisting Velen in standing, says, "Do the 2 of you want to head back and we can talk about this, perhaps over ale and a warm fire?"
Oh, that sounds so lovely.
I
really
look
use
back.
A fortifying drink.
I look back towards where the rope trick was, and I'm like, right, what about the loose vamp? We just gonna let him go?
"Don't worry, we'll handle that. The other 7 are out there. We'll hunt him down. Don't worry, that bloodsucker won't get far."
All right, yeah, I'm down then. I could use a drink.
All right. And he like looks at you again and says, "Which way was it again? This pathway?" And he gestures to the path they originally followed.
I point towards the rope trick.
"Right, you heard him. Let's move." And the 7 just like crash through the woods. Absolutely
Claudia's got her
destroying the
back
branches.
pressed to a tree as they just walk by.
I need to roll
like a
perception in case. Okay, that was a
Party and
natural
Tessa just
19 and a natural 1.
Laying
so-
on their bellies like schoolgirls, like.
With their- Did they
Looking
see
up.
them run under the rope trick hole?
You 100% see 2 of them just scramble underneath the rope trick as they're pushing their way through the woods. Okay. as the 7 additional plunge hunters run into the woods, you are back with the original 5 of the patrol. And they begin to lead you in the direction that those 7 came from. Do you go with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys.
It's infiltration now, baby.
Yep.
And Tess can hear out of the rope trick. She rolled well enough, so she can let Artie know that they're moving.
Okay.
I'm assuming is what she's going to
She
do.
absolutely will, but she'll advise that they stay behind a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the plan.
like within message range.
Claudia will be between where those 2 are and the plunge and Velen and Seeker are, so she'll be like that middle ground because she's invisible.
Okay.
Invisible.
All right. So, as this happens...
She's thinking, where did that Githzeronki go?
Where'd the big goblin
It's
go?
Ronky?
Where did the Gither donkey go?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Where'd the weird looking half-orc go?
I forgot. Wow. Rude and racist.
She don't know. Claudia thinks the earth is flat. The ant is flat.
The ant. Carried on the back of 4 elephants.
Yep.
Claudia here is right behind her shoulder. I'm right here.
As
Okay, we're going. We're moving.
Claudia, Cauldron, you see the 5 making their way, and they're a good distance away now as they're making good pace. The 7 are long gone into the woods. They are searching by not really searching. They're just kind of running and spreading
Picking
out.
every plant they see.
Yeah. There's an efficiency to it, I guess, but you watch this happen, Claudia, and there's just like a memory of a ranger in you that you're like, what the fuck?
Ugh, cringe. Up around the plants.
As that happens,
She's like a newborn could follow these tracks.
the party is split for the moment, and
We did that.
what do?
Gonna keep following.
Okay.
I feel like we're once it's safe to go out of the rope trick, right? We'll follow.
Mhm.
Put Pass Without a Trace is up again after we're out of the rope trick.
So, this is my plan for following. Let's say they like Claudia, Seeker, Velen, and them went that direction. These guys ran off to that direction, past the rope trick.
Mhm.
I would like to stay on like this side, so that if they come back, they're not intersecting us.
Okay.
And luckily they're being loud as fuck, so they'll probably be able to hear them come back.
Yeah, they'll never find a vampire like that.
Idiots.
Dummies. Sorry.
Damn.
Sure. So Cauldron, you're moving with them. Claudia, is Claudia still invisible?
Unless, yeah,
For an
unless he drops
hour?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cauldron's following fairly close. She's not hanging back that much.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's
like
probably
a safe
on
distance
par
for
with
her.
Claudia.
Yeah.
Sure.
Artie and Tess are trying to probably stay about 100 feet back from
Yeah,
Claudia. And
Claudia.
Gotcha.
So we're like back there. Yeah.
They can still message in the right direction, but
Yeah. Okay.
they won't be detriment still.
So, as you're moving with the party, Velen and Seeker, you are shown it's a pretty direct straight line to this camp. And as you're approaching it, you see that there are a number of tents that are set up, and outside the tents you see there are lots of horses that are hitched up as if they're ready to ride at a moment's notice. It's cold, there's a lot of fires lit, and you probably could have found this camp just by looking for smoke. They're really not
Not very
well
hidden. Yeah. Yeah.
But with the escort of the plunge, you are welcomed as basically victims of a tragedy, almost. Seeker, you're seen as you are getting respect because everyone is treating you as the hero who saved one of their
Yeah.
from a vampire.
Like, that's pretty nice. There's to stick around.
Might join.
The instant
Gave up
you,
adventure.
the instant you all enter the camp, you there's lots of conversation happening that's kind of happening around you. But before anything else happens, Matthew, who's patched up, steps into a tent and then he like shoves a tankard of ale into your hands.
Oh,
Seeker.
I almost feel bad
Right.
about murdering
That's
them later.
fucking what I like right there, and he'll like go to cheers if anyone's got a tankard.
He has one in his other hand, and he'll just like
Yeah, he'll
clap it.
cheers
with
it.
I appreciate the aid. So
Just down the whole damn thing. Just,
it's very cold ale, having been out in the snow, so it goes down well.
oh, right, I hit the spot. Appreciate you.
Would you like another?
Or why not? Sure.
Good start. And he takes your tankard, refills it. There is a hiccup, Seeker,
Uh-oh.
unfortunately.
No, don't say that. No.
You get the hiccups.
You get a hiccup. No. As you sit down, there's like a circle of logs around one of the campfires that the plunge that you were escorted with, they all kind of stop and sit down and are talking about what the hell happened. They were asking you questions about the vampire that you can easily write off as just any kindred.
Felon will be
Sharp teeth.
very descriptive in a completely unhelpful way. It's just like,
Perfect.
you know,
Lithe and muscular.
The color
yeah,
of their
it's
skin.
just so terrifying.
And
One
very
moment,
pale.
please.
So pale.
I need to place this so that you can see exactly what it is that you see.
Oh, no.
Why is there a hiccup? I gotta know.
I'm getting there. I'm sorry. What you see, Seeker, firstly, you see the individual that has to be Killian North. He's kind of...
Yikes.
He has stepped out of one of the main tents. And he is adorned in a remarkably tall hat. But what impresses you is the just almost unreasonable crossbow across his back. It's a heavy
Is
crossbow.
he hot, though?
I mean, perhaps. I'll place everybody's tokens so you can all see
Yay!
this. But you're not where you look like you are on the map, so...
Yep, understood.
Okay, I clearly need to refresh. 1 sec. I could see nothing. Here we go.
You ready, Seeker?
Yep, I'm not in
Oh.
it.
Don't do this to me.
I'm not in it.
Yes, you are.
I
see
see
you.
you.
I see Woods of Strife March.
Okay, well,
It took a second to.
It's gonna
We
take a
might have
moment
to
load.
refresh.
It's gonna take
It's
you.
not. I mean, I did refresh. It's not even
It
giving
took
me the
a-
loading.
Okay, hold on.
although
I
I
will-
like the idea that you guys are around a fire and the four of us are just standing in a line behind you. Like, don't mind us.
Okay.
Okay, I'm here now. Go on.
So you see this individual approaching, looking like he's ready to talk to you, Seeker. And you might have to zoom out to see it. But beyond Killian North, in the far tent, you see an individual wearing a mask with a ring with a white line through it,
Fuck me!
straight
shit.
at you.
Oh,
It's a Saren cultist.
Oh,
Fuck
shit.
me.
And as
Holy
you
magic.
see that person, you lay eyes on them. That's where we're stopping.
Fuck me.
Fuck.
can I say one thing in character while I'm walking with
Absolutely.
Claudia?
Absolutely.
I require clarification. What is reconnaissance? I thought I understood.
Wait, is that not a real word?
Yeah, recon. You guys were talking about recon. She's like,
Yeah, we were talking
Yeah,
about recon.
This
That
is not what that
we did.
is.
To which Claudia will respond, I think that was a period in history.
Renaissance. Oh no.
Is reconnaissance not a real word?
It is a real word, but
word.
we
Oh,
did
okay.
definitely didn't do recon. This
What
is
we
not
ended
recon.
up doing did not translate to what she knew the word to mean.
Which is why it was funny.
And Claudia has a 3rd grade reading level, so she barely understands it too.
Oh, next session's gonna be so bad.
Those are the best kinds of sessions.
Oh,
I would
I
like
was
to
like really
say-
happy that this worked, that we got in here, and now I regret everything.
You know, maybe they won't say anything.
I regret
It's gonna
nothing.
be great.
It's gonna
Just
be
to
amazing
clarify,
and
Echo.
bizarre.
How long was the walk from where we were to this camp?
It couldn't have been long
It was like 20 minutes.
because they heard the gunshot and they all rushed out.
So you got 40 minutes, girl,
Gotcha.
on your invisibility. And I would have
just-
messaged you on the way saying, try to find the buck if you can.
5 minutes.
I
Damn
would
it.
also like to say that before I jumped out of that tree, I stuffed Joffrey in my
Sleeping.
armor.
All
Yeah.
right. You have a
He's
barrage
gonna
of
eat
armor.
it. He's gonna eat your armor.
It's magic
You're gonna-
armor. It's fine.
we're gonna be having like a dramatic final battle or whatever, and he's gonna just chew his way through your codpiece.
I
It's,
just want
it's
to say,
magic. It's fine.
codpiece. How good can these guys be if they're aligning with cultists of Saren?
They're
like,
not.
come on.
They're not good.
They're not.
They suck.
They're
We never thought
deceived,
they were
I
good.
think.
They are.
Oh.
They are.
They are
clearly
all of
deceived.
them deceived, for there was another ring made.
Okay.
During the
Wow,
reconnaissance
okay.
period.
What a crazy session this turned out to be.
It all
Oh,
worked out just
God.
as planned.
Which was not
I'm
the
sorry.
plan
Were
at
you
all.
expecting it? Were you expecting us to know what we were doing?
No.
I don't know. I
Boy.
think
I had no misconceptions. as
that
far as
wasn't
that.
a usual level of chaos even for us, but you know,
That worked out better than I hoped.
it
Well,
was
yeah.
better than our
Yeah.
last chaos disaster.
It was madness. At least it was controlled madness.
Mostly.
It was
Uh,
Or
well.
a crown.
It was well aimed. I'll say that. So, now that
there's
we've reached
nothing-
the end of the session, firstly, I will say goodbye, Ori. Thank you for your time. We will miss you.
You killed Claudia, then left. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Jeez.
But hello,
Anything
Cauldron.
for you.
I like
I
all
like
that.
Cauldron.
her.
I'm a little bit jealous, but you know it is what it is.
Echo said you would be jealous.
I did.
Yep.
I was just like, what's that? That sounds fun.
Sure.
She's so
Maybe one day.
mean. She's so mean. I love her.
Mean.
She's
I don't know if she's
She's
mean.
forward.
She's just kind of like cold and calculating.
The test
She's
me.
brutally honest.
If you're not abundantly kind.
I mean,
she's like,
Lae'zel
"That's a
was the first
meanie."
person I dated in Baldur's Gate, so I clearly have.
Yeah,
I'll
same.
get there.
Same. She has great energy. I love it.
She
Anyway.
doesn't care enough to be mean to you.
Yeah. She just is.
That's what's mean.
Just is.
Care
Just
about me.
another weird instance in time I have to deal with right now.
Mhm.
Okay, so now that we're out of this session, of course we will have our player votes for inspiration. Starting at the top with Dooch. Who did something that you liked?
I would like to give a big shout out for Frog's new character. I love it. I love the little introduction, and I don't know if you planned that little spiel and everything in the beginning, but it was very good and it was very believable. But I am going to give it to Simic for the idea to go down there and play it off like that. It was a really cool idea.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was kind of a tandem idea because Sal thought of it too. I
Mhm.
thought literally the same time with
Still
no
looking
notes.
at
That was. That was
Between
that
the
was
Crown
part
of
it.
Madness
Both
and
of
that,
us just, like-
I was tossing up between you two, but between the Crown of Madness and then playing into that, I thought
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
you did.
It's like I create the problem and then I solve it.
And then I solved it. There's a lot of government agencies just like that, but
Well,
Well,
with
you
the
know.
crazy deception rolls you two rolled, it's like you can get away
that's
with
why it was
murder.
those two and not anyone else.
That's
Good
true.
God.
Yeah.
All right, Hellfrog.
Okay, so this was hard because I wrote down two things. So at first I was gonna vote for Artie for "Are you a blacksmith, Claudia?" because it was hilarious.
She was so hurt. She was like, "Oh, sorry."
I laughed, but I have to give it to. I'm also voting for Simic because it was a very clever plan and he pulled it off well. And also he yelled, "I can fix him." It's
I can fix him.
Thank you.
Pen.
I just want to say I really love Cauldron. I think she's so slick and so cool, and like, but the best part is she's not trying to be. She just is.
She just is.
She doesn't have the charisma to like I'm going to be cool. She like the fact that she doesn't care elevates her to a level that I'll never personally achieve in life. And, like I resent that, but I also
the secret of being cool is just to not
is
care.
just not to give a shit. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're cool as shit. So I love that, but I am, and unoriginally I'm gonna give it to Seeker because I just respected like just doing the thing. Like we were all kind of like frozen in this analysis paralysis of like what's the best play here. But you were just like, I'm gonna do a thing, and I respect just the push to get us active,
moving.
Because sometimes you just need that.
Thank you.
And if you ever need a cosign, just ask Artie.
Yep.
That is literally what I did.
If you
want me to
need
do it,
permission
Artie?
to do a thing,
We'll enable.
ask Artie.
I literally asked Artie because if it backfired, I was going to blame him.
You already tried. I don't
I
know.
did.
Artie told me to do it.
Yeah, you did. As soon as
I
Claudia
love
asked you what's
that.
up.
I already said.
I-
already said.
I
to
get
do it.
all the credit.
And the blame.
Yeah.
The double-edged sword.
So it is. Emily.
So Simic is going to walk away with it, and he should, which means that I can freely give my vote to Frog for Cauldron because she's fantastic. Like, what's reconnaissance? Jesus Christ, she's so funny. I love her. She's so dry, but like in a totally different way than Ori was dry. Like she's so like the.
Shit!
It's great. It's great.
As they should be line.
As they should be.
Yep.
So good.
You just nailed Gith.
Get the
100%.
fucked up, y'all.
Yeah, it's great. It's A+. I love it. But I also like. So you get my vote. Obviously, Simic, you're incredible. But I do also want to shout out Velen's heaving bosom.
Yeah.
Was great.
Also very
I
good.
think it was
I
informed
will-
by Sal's
like,
fan fiction consumption throughout the years.
That's like an out of character from me, but also a very much an in character from Tess.
Tess is like,
But
I want
Tess
to be
couldn't
that
see
jacket.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
To be
no.
that jacket.
Well,
The
Sal.
damsel in distress. Nailed it.
I am also going to vote for Cauldron. I love the intro. I loved her coming to this when. I'm super excited to see the crazy time monk shit that I'm sure is coming. And I love her. But specifically the moment that I loved asking what the fuck reconnaissance means because it's not what we did.
And it was literally the last sentence in the entire
Dude.
session.
You could just
I
I could just like
require
see the webcomic
clarification.
panel in my head.
Yeah,
and it's just
100%.
fucking amazing.
I require clarification. Mwah. Yes, so good.
Asking Claudia is also a funny choice.
Last
Who
but
was
not
there?
least, Sim.
I gotta give it to Sal because just the tandem plan where she just
Same
jumped.
fucking idea at the same time.
She jumped out like I'm gonna do something. Sees Seeker doing something. Well, fuck, I have to do something else.
Just like
it's
a
really good
people
improv.
go.
Really good
Great.
improv though. They built off
I
each other.
really, I didn't vote for you because everyone and their dog already
Yeah,
did. wanted
I
to vote
got-
for Frog. But I thought it was really fun that we basically had the same idea at the same time. And ended up-
Totally.
Yeah.
Fucking
We didn't
Let's
share
go.
notes. It just happened.
yeah.
It was
Ending
one of
was
those one in a million D&D moments. It was great.
Well, it's very Velen also to do such a yes and. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes,
totally.
100%. So, with the majority vote, Simic, you've earned the player inspiration for this week, and well done, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank
Enjoy
you. I
your-
appreciate you guys.
Cultist homecoming. That's happening.
Oh.
Yeah, did everybody just forget
Don't
about that?
kill him, Echo.
Honestly, my bet is that the cultist is gonna they're working for Saren, and Saren's a tricksy bitch. So they're gonna be like I see you. We're gonna talk about
Don't
this
worry,
later,
you guys.
but they're not gonna
Velen is
out them
save
yet.
the day now.
Somehow, you can't get out of a spider web, bitch.
Yes, I can. I have freedom of movement now.
Hey.
Oh, never mind.
Can't catch me.
You can't keep
gotta
these
stop with
wings
that.
down.
Jesus Christ.
So, as we come to the end of the session, to all of you who are at home watching or listening, we love you. Hi, Pen.
Hi,
Pen.
Pen. Yay.
And I can't
You're
wait
a
to
loser,
see you next
Pen.
time.
Oh.
Why are you like this?
Don't you remember what they put me through earlier? That's why I'm like this.
It was
I
a
don't
while
remember
ago.
anything. I'm sorry.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
next time we play, when your cultist attacks you and you get Claudia killed, I'm gonna remind you that you said that. You're losing.
Why am I gonna die?
I don't know. I just think that's what's gonna happen.
Why are you dragging me into this?
Okay.
You killed her
Good-
once already. Why you
Good
gotta
night,
try to get me to
everybody.
kill her? Good
Once you're
night.
pregnant.